Batting practice is over and the ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the On-Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
A very good evening to you, and welcome to Franklin Covey Field on a beautiful night for baseball here in Salt Lake City. The Stingers and the Iowa Cubs open up a 4-game series here at Franklin Covey Field. Steve Klauke with you as the Stingers get ready to take on the Iowa Cubs for the first and only time this season. As the Stingers coming off a 3-out-of-4 series win over the Omaha Royals. As a matter of fact, they won the last 3 games of the series, scoring 47 runs over those 3 games. They're trying tonight to win a 4th in a row, trying to put together their first 4-game winning streak since they won 6 in a row between the 15th and the 20th of April, way back when the Stingers had an 11-2 record. They come in with a record of 43-71 tonight, 21 games behind the first place Tacoma Rainiers. Iowa leads the Central Division. They've opened up a 6-game lead over Colorado Springs after finishing off a 4-game series sweep in Des Moines of the Edmonton Trappers. The pitching matchup for tonight's game for the Stingers, it's going to be left-hander Corey Lee with a record of 0-1 against right-hander Kevin McGlinchey. His record also is 0-1 for the Iowa Cubs. Our guest in the On-Deck Circle, Stingers manager Mike Brumley, we'll have that conversation with the Stinger skipper right after this on ESPN 1230.
Are you nearsighted, farsighted, or as they say in today's politically correct world, ocularly challenged? Well, we like challenges at the Mount Ogden Eye Center, and we're sure we can rid you of the embarrassing social stigmatism of glasses or contacts. Well, maybe they're not that bad, but they're certainly not much fun. That's why you should plan to attend a free seminar, one that will help you determine if LASIK is right for you on Thursday, August 26th. This is a free, no-obligation seminar to explain the procedure and to have all your questions answered firsthand. At the end of the seminar, you'll even have a chance to win a half-price procedure just for attending. Come discover all that LASIK has to offer. Call 1-877-479-2020 for full details. Trust your eyes to one of the best. Doctors Mark Ballas, Scott Sykes, or Michael Wilcox of the Mount Ogden Eye Center. Call 1-877-479-2020. The Mount Ogden Eye Center, your clearest choice in eye care.
She's not. She is. I saw her with it this morning. In this weather? She wants everyone to know she's wearing Alan's letter jacket. I can't believe he'd give it up. I'd wear it. Alan's letter jacket looks awesome. He got it at Karen Pullman's. The bowling center? Yeah, but Karen Pullman's is so much more. Dad bought Jeremy his ball, bag, and shoes there. And Jeremy got free instruction from a certified instructor. Dad also got monogrammed towels as a gift for Mom. She flipped out. Karen Pullman's does all that? Hats, jackets, corporate logos, uniforms. If they can hoop it, they can sew it. At least I think that's what Dad's been mumbling. Parents, who can tell? Hey, if we're going to get our letter jackets at Karen Pullman's, we're going to have to make them think it was their idea. So, right.
For custom silk screening and embroidery, come to Karen Pullman's. Hats, bags, towels, team and work uniforms, and corporate logos. Buy your letter jacket at Karen Pullman's and the pins are free. Plus, get instruction on the lanes with any ball, bag, and shoes purchase. Just $99 from Karen Pullman's. Now open at 7990 South and 1300 East. Call 233-1101.
Welcome back to the On-Deck Circle. Our guest is Stingers manager Mike Brumley. Mike, first of all, quite an offensive explosion over the last 3 days. 47 runs. There have been some cases this year it's taken 2 weeks to get 47 runs.
Well, no question. I mean, we went on that road trip and scored 17 in 8 days. So, but we ran against some good pitching. But that was a good staff coming in. I mean, I don't know really what the answer is, but you know, it was a great contagious, I guess, and everybody started swinging the bats, and you know, we needed the runs too.
Well, certainly the case. Everybody seemed to be contributing, and you know, I don't know if you can make a connection between the arrival of Galarraga or not, because you know, guys kind of stop a little bit and watch how he conducts himself as he's going through batting practice.
It's great to have him here. I mean, he has been the ultimate professional already, and you know, and I see him talking to guys all the time about hitting and different things. So, you know, he's been a great asset. Not only that, but he's gone out there and got some big hits also. So, I think, yeah, probably all that kind of plays into play, and then I think everybody kind of has more confidence in the lineup that we're running out there too.
Of course, in this league in particular, maybe in any league, but in this league as well, you get to August, you get some tired arms, and usually the bats win out.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, that can happen here, and I know they look short in the bullpen this week, so because they left some guys in some games, as we talked about. But this is a good ball club, Iowa, and they got good pitching staff. I know a couple of guys on the All-Star team, and I know Toller's tough. They got good starters, so this ought to be a fun series.
A couple of wins over the last couple of days for Jake Woods and Chris Buchek. Maybe not their best outings of the year, but so many times this year, both of them have pitched well and come away empty-handed. It was kind of nice to see them get wins in situations like that.
It was. I mean, they've had some great starts that they, couldn't walk out there to win, and then all of a sudden, we had a hard time even getting them through the fifth inning, but they did it. And, we scored some runs to keep that game there, and bullpen, held them at least under chance for them to record the win.
All right, more with manager Mike Brumley after this here on ESPN 1230.
When the day is done? No, when the laundry is done. It's mini time. Drive time? That's a fine mini time. Time for a Pepperidge Farm mini cookie. From the dark chocolate of Mini Milano to the crisp, sweet taste of new Mini Bordeaux, since they're bite-sized, any time can be mini time. So if your child takes up finger painting, the dog, without a doubt, that's mini time. Pepperidge Farm mini cookies. Enjoy every mini of the day.
I wonder what the 10th anniversary is.
Rhino Linings.
No, it's like tin or aluminum.
No, really. It's Rhino Linings' 10th anniversary. They've rolled back prices to celebrate. Now's the best time to put a great-looking Rhino liner in our truck.
Yeah, how often do you get to pay less for something that you really want? Well, it's not very romantic.
Well, yeah, but Rhino linings are durable. They won't crack or fade. They even have a lifetime warranty. Why, our new Rhino lining will be with us through the long haul.
Like when we haul home Timmy's first swing set, or throw the team's gear in the back and take them to practice, or when we move them to college.
Well, it's okay, honey. We still have our Rhino liner. It's Rhino Linings' 10th anniversary in Sandy and Murray. Call today and see how affordable it is to put a real Rhino in your truck bed. And remember, Rhino linings are not only the best protection for your truck, it's the ultimate finish for your garage floor, your deck, or around the pool. Be sure to see us at the Summer Recreation Show in Liberty Park, August 13th through the 15th. We'll be the ones next to the giant Rhino.
William Shatner here. Now Priceline has me filling helium balloons for their big 24-day air savings event.
With great last-minute deals on airfare, exclusive one-of-a-kind savings. Choose from a list of low fares or name your own price and save even more. Book now on Priceline.com and you could win free trips to Cancun and other fabulous places. Hurry, and soon. And now for the legal.
No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes end August 27. Must be 18 or older. Additional restrictions may apply. See website for details.
Welcome back to the On-Deck Circle. I guess the Stingers manager Mike Brumley. And Mike, it's hard to believe, but 4 weeks from today, the season ends in Las Vegas, and obviously not a lot can be done as far as one-loss record is concerned, but obviously still in this last month, a lot of work yet to be done with some of these guys as September call-ups aren't that far away.
No question about it. I mean, with Anaheim being in the race, it's going to be interesting to see where they exactly go, whether it's bring up some young guys and just let them experience it even though they may not play, or do they take, 2 or 3 field-type guys that can maybe play small roles. So we're going to do our best to get everybody that is in consideration ready. And we've got Weber coming in the next couple of days, which might be a guy. And so, all those things will fall into play. And so, we're wanting to finish strong. You got guys that individually are going to try to get to that next mark. If you're hitting 279, you try to get 280. So I really expect the club to continue to play hard. I mean, we've got a nice lineup out there right now for the first time really all year. And so, we just want to finish strong. I think we can affect this pennant race a little bit, which that could be interesting. Just playing well maybe in Edmonton, and we're going to go to Portland right away. So, there'll be some things that come into play. So it should be a good month. I mean, we're in pretty good spirits considering as well as we can possibly play. We can't do anything that's going to have any effect on anything else. So, anyway, it'll be fine. It's just been one of those years, but it'll be nice to see the season end in some regards, but also want the guys to finish strong.
Well, that's the amazing thing. I think the fact that I've been around in this league now for 11 years and seen it happen with other teams, but this team has never really let things get to them, the way things have broken for them this year, that the effort's been hard each and every game.
I mean, from my perspective, no question. And so, it's good to hear really that somebody else who you've obviously seen us play all year long, and that's the only thing you can do. I mean, we've come up, in series and even months, where we just couldn't match up on the field at all with what we've seen in this league. This league's been pretty tough this year, I think, with veteran players having good years. So I'm glad to see that they have played hard, and I haven't had any problem with the effort whatsoever. I just know, there's times where we've just been short as far as matchup goes.
Finally, one of the things you talked about in the paper the other day, and we've talked about it on numerous occasions, about the importance at this level to develop guys to get to that final step. And you've got to be particularly pleased and probably proud of the way things have gone of late for Rob Quinlan, who now has, I think it's now an 18-game hitting streak with the Angels.
Oh, everybody's so happy for him, and I'm certainly proud, just as far as I had an opportunity to coach him for a number of years over here. And, we always felt like, he's a guy who's hit ever since he started putting on a baseball uniform. And so his opportunity has finally come, and he's doing a great job. I mean, all of a sudden now, Anaheim's really made a good, solid move into that division, and I'm hoping he's going to stay and play a big role there. And hopefully they'll get healthy, Benji, all those guys. But Sean's had a great year up there. Hensley's filled in fine. Mezga's played great defense, just hasn't hit. But it's hard to hit with the number of bats he's had. Bussey's had a little struggle this year. But there's been a number of guys who have played key roles up there. And so this is just another guy that, that we've been able to contribute. It's been a great feeling.
That's the amazing thing. That contribution has come at third base, a position that maybe a half dozen to 10 games in his career at third base here at the AAA level. But it's a good formula that they're using with Rob in there for 6 innings, then Alfredo goes in for defense the last 3.
Good combination. Let him get his hits early. And, Rob's got great hands. I mean, he played first base last year, played 90 games in a variety of positions, but primarily at first, made no errors last year. I mean, he catches the ball at him real well. He's a real funky thrower, but it seems to go where he wants it to go. And they said he's done a great job on swinging bunts and charge plays, which he moves that way well. He doesn't have great range right and left, but they've got away with not having great range on defense. Period. I mean, Eckstein's not a huge range guy either, so they just want to make that routine play, go out there and have some offensive potential and do some contribution. That's what he's done, and that's been great for him.
All right, that's Stingers manager Mike Brumley back with the starting lineups after this on ESPN 1230.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
How you doing? I'm Bruno, the air conditioning guy.
Yes, listen, there's a green fungus growing on the swamp cooler down the side of my house.
I tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a hose and we're going to squirt that right out.
Yes, thank you. Awful boy.
There is no way a hose is going to fix that problem. With a swamp cooler, recycled water is pulled from a bed of fungus-saturated liquid, poured over deteriorating wood fibers, then forced into your home for you to breathe. Take action. A sophisticated central air conditioning and filtration system will eliminate fungus, bacteria, and mold before it ever reaches your lungs. Take action. Action installs only the best, like Train, Carrier, Tempstar, and Rheem at the lowest price in Salt Lake. Take Action's lowest price challenge. It's easy. If we can't get you the lowest price, we'll give you $50 for your trouble. This $50 offer is great, so please call us for details. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
After a 10-win season, a Liberty Bowl shutout of Southern Miss, and a top 25 ranking, you may think the University of Utah football team is satisfied. Well, Urban Meyer and the boys want to let you in on a little secret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. So call 581-UTIPS for your season tickets because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. The two starting pitchers, Kevin McGlinchey for Iowa, and the Stingers' Corey Lee, stretching and warming up down in their respective bullpens as we get ready for tonight's game between the Stingers and the Iowa Cubs. No fans, those of you who are out here wearing your Chicago gear, it's the Iowa Cubs and not the Chicago Cubs. So feel free to root for the hometown team. In the meantime, let's take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by the National Isuzu Southtown. Isuzu is back in the Salt Lake area at National Isuzu Southtown, located at the Southtown Auto Mall. It's Sandy. For the Iowa Cubs, managed by Mike Quade, leading off the left fielder, Trinidad Hubbard. Batting second, the second baseman, Richard Lewis. Hitting third, the center fielder, Calvin Murray. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Jason DuBois. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Russ Johnson. Hitting sixth and playing shortstop, Cookie Dawkins. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Donnie Leone. Batting eighth and playing right field, David Kelton. And hitting ninth is the catcher, Casey Kopitsky. Pitching for Iowa, right-hander, Kevin McGlinchey. For the homestanding Salt Lake Stingers, managed by Mike Crumley, leading off the center fielder, Jeff Devannon. Batting second, the shortstop, Jack Sorensen. Hitting third and playing first base, Casey Konchman. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Andres Galarraga. Hitting fifth, the third baseman, Dallas McPherson. Batting sixth and playing left field, Shane Halter. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Jake Thrower. Hitting eighth and playing right field, Brian Orton. And batting ninth, the catcher, Tom Gregorio. Pitching for the Stingers will be left-hander Corey Lee. It's the Stingers and the Iowa Cubs getting ready for Game 1 of this 4-game series. Don't forget a doubleheader tomorrow and a single game on Wednesday. We'll be back with tonight's first pitch right after this timeout. You're in the On Deck Circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Hi, what can I do for you today?
I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm thinking of seeing another Chevy dealership.
Oh.
I've always been happy here at Gus Paula's.
Did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. It's just that, well, this other place is advertising a big rebate on a new truck, and I don't want to go. I love you guys. Your service is the best, and Gus is so easy to deal with. This is the worst day of my life.
Sir?
Yeah.
The rebate the dealership is offering? We can match it.
You can?
Mm-hmm. Any rebates or incentives they offer, we offer.
So I can stay with Gus and still save money?
Yes, you can.
Oh, man, can I have a hug?
No, you can't. But I will get you a tissue.
For the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, all you have to do is look down. Way down.
Sorry, I almost got emotional there.
Almost?
I was holding back a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to coach football.
I see.
Gus Paula Chevrolet. With Gus, anything is possible.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City.
Lots of fakes, roll the crowd down the hill.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230.
Play him up, little left hand.
The worldwide leader in sports. On Citadel Broadcasting Station. The field is live. The starting pitchers have made their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on a beautiful night here in Salt Lake City. It's the Stingers and the Iowa Cubs getting ready to start a 4-game series here at the ballpark. Two managers, Mike Crumley for the Stingers and Mike Quade for the Iowa Cubs, conversing at home plate, exchanging lamp cards and ground rules with the umpiring crew that's been assigned by the Pacific Coast League. Dave Ashweg is behind the plate. Travis Reiniger is at first base. And Cameron Keller is the arbiter over at third. Again, a beautiful night for baseball. Just a little bit of a breeze, not much of one. It's blowing out of the north. But barely a factor, if at all, here this evening at Franklin Covey Field. The Iowa Cubs come in having swept a 4-game series at home with the Edmonton Trappers. They've opened up now a 6-game lead in their division. As a matter of fact, let's check out the standings in the Pacific Coast League, brought to you by your local Associated Food Stores. And they feature Western family brands. Only the best will do for you at Associated Food Stores. In that Central, Iowa leads Colorado Springs by 6, Albuquerque by 8.5, and Omaha by 13. In the East, Oklahoma leads Memphis by 9, Nashville by 11.5, and New Orleans by 15. Here in the North Division, the only pennant race left in the PCL. Tacoma leading the Beavers by just 1/2 game. Edmonton's fallen off to 8 games out, and the Stingers trail by 21. In the South Division, Sacramento's lead over Tucson, 9.5 games. They lead Fresno by 12, and Las Vegas by 16 full games. New series starting all around the league tonight. Tacoma is at New Orleans. Oklahoma plays host to Portland. Sacramento visits Colorado Springs. Fresno is at Albuquerque. Tucson entertains Memphis, and Nashville is at Las Vegas. And again, the Omaha-Edmonton series will not begin until tomorrow. So the meeting at home plate still going on. Both the starting pitcher for the Stingers, Corey Lee, and his battery mate, Tom Gregorio, have headed into the first base dugout. And in just a moment, the introduction of the Stingers at their defensive positions will be made, and we'll be ready to go. The Stingers' parent club, the Anaheim Angels, going for the 4-game series sweep at Kansas City tonight, but the Royals lead after 3 by a score of 2-0. Anaheim will need a win to stay in pace with the Oakland A's. Oakland beating Minnesota today 8-2. The Angels would move ahead of Texas for second place as the Rangers were pounded again today by Baltimore. Melvin Mora, a pair of home runs in the Orioles' 7-3 win over the Texas Rangers. So in just a moment, the Stingers will take the field, and we'll have our national anthem prior to the start of the game between the Stingers and the Iowa Cubs. Again, a 7 o'clock start here tonight. 6 o'clock doubleheader tomorrow, and a 7 o'clock single game on Wednesday, with Thursday an off day before the Stingers begin a 4-game series at Portland against the Beavers. The Beavers right now, as we mentioned, battling tooth and nail with Tacoma for the top spot in the North Division. So the Stingers now taking their positions out on the field, joined by the Little League team of the day. And in just a moment, we'll have our national anthem as all the youngsters get to run out to the same position that their Stinger players play. If you're the Little League third baseman, you go out with Dallas McPherson, and so on and so forth. Right now, though, before we get our ball game underway, let's enjoy the singing of our national anthem by Mike Hal Hansen with our national anthem. Our national anthem here at Franklin Covey Field as the Stingers take on the Iowa Cubs. Let's check out the Stingers' defensive allotment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with the beautiful cover, or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. For the Stingers, Shane Halter is in left field, Jeff Vannon in center, and Brian Gordon's in right. Dallas McPherson is at third base, Zach Sorensen at short, Jake Thrower at second base, and Casey Kotzman is over at first. A battery of Corey Lee pitching and Tom Gregorio catching. For Lee, his fourth start as a Stinger in 13 2/3 innings. He's given up 14 hits, 10 runs, all earned. He has struck out 13 and walked 11. He's hit one batter, thrown one wild pitch, and surrendered 3 home runs. Lee is 0-1 with a 6.59 earned run average, and the PCL is batting .269 against left-hander Corey Lee. Corey, 6'1", 192 in his 8th year. Born and still lives in Raleigh, North Carolina. Proud papa, hope I remember this correctly, of a 6-month-old baby. Had a chance to see the baby when Corey's wife walking back to the hotel from the ballpark in Memphis on the last road trip. So Corey in the Stingers' home white uniforms, the red numerals and lettering trimmed in navy blue. Iowa wearing their royal blue tops with the the red numerals and lettering trimmed in white. So Lee finishing up his warm-up tosses. Again, the Cubs come in 64-48, holding a 6-game lead over Colorado Springs, who was down to 4, actually down to 3 at one point, before Iowa was able to slowly but surely build things up. Again, they've won 4 in a row, while Colorado Springs has dropped 7 out of their last 10 ball games. So the ball's been tossed around the infield. We're ready to go, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. And Salt Lake Stingers baseball is on the air for Monday night here in Salt Lake City. Leading things off for the Iowa Cubs will be the veteran left fielder, Trinidad Hubbard. Hubbard batting .333, 16 doubles, 3 triples, 6 homers, 38 runs batted in for Hubbard, who is in his 19th professional season. He first broke into AAA way back in 1989 with Tucson. He's also played in the PCL for Colorado Springs, Albuquerque, Omaha, Portland, and now Iowa. Was on that 95 Colorado Springs team that beat the Buzz for the league title. First pitch from Corey Lee, a breaking ball, ball 1, and we're underway. So Trinidad Hubbard, the batter, lifetime .338 hitter against Salt Lake pitching. Fastball inside at the belt, ball 2. 2-0 the count. So Lee missing the strike zone on the first couple of pitches. His mound opponent, Kevin McGlinchey, still working out in the Cubs bullpen. 2-0 pitch on the way. Strike on the outside corner at the knees. And the count on Hubbard, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to the right-hand batter. The pitch. Swinging a foul. First base upper deck side. And the count's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count as Lee deals. Swinging another foul. Back. That one's going to hit a window of a suite and bounce back down into the lower deck. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lee waiting. Now the line and the 2-2 again. Hubbard swings at the chopper foul at third base side. So the count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hubbard last year, 6 for 15, a .400 average against Salt Lake pitching. As a member of the Iowa Cubs, 2-2 again fouled off. This one over the roof to the right side. So Hubbard making Corey Lee work. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Curveball low and outside, and that fills the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Stingers trying to win 4 in a row. The pitch. Fastball high, and Hubbard works for the walk here in the first inning. You got to keep an eye on Hubbard. 29 stolen bases on the season. He's been thrown out only 7 times. The 29 steals, good for 3rd in the league behind Freddie Guzman of Portland, who has 41, and Rich Thompson of Nashville, who has 35. So now here's Richard Lewis, the second baseman, batting .438 since joining Iowa. 2 doubles and 2 runs batted in. Start of the year at AA West Tennessee. There goes Hubbard. Fastball inside. The throw to second base. Not in time. Hubbard got a huge jump over at first base. Otherwise, they might have had him. As it is, 1 ball, no strikes the count. Lewis stepping out of the batter's box momentarily. Now back in. The right-handed hitter awaits the 1-0 pitch from Lee. Towing bunt takes a strike on the inside corner at the belt. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Lee with a fastball, curve, slider, and change. Says he doesn't really have an out pitch. It's what's ever working best on a given night. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on, smash through the mound and over second base into center field for a base hit. Hubbard takes the turn at third and comes home without a play. It's an RBI single for Richard Lewis, and it's 1-0 Iowa. So 2 batters into the ball game. The Iowa Cubs are out in front. And that'll bring up Calvin Murray, veteran center fielder, batting .320. 19 doubles, 5 triples, 7 homers, and 48 runs batted in. And Murray, like Hubbard's been around the PCL for a long time, a .281 lifetime hitter against Salt Lake. Now the pitch from Lee, and Murray takes a pitch in the dirt. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 Iowa. Just underway here at Franklin Covey Field. And a lot of runs in those last 3 games of the Omaha series. Now the pitch, a fastball high, 2-0. The Stingers scoring 47 runs over those last 3 games, while Omaha scored 30. Normally 30 runs in 3 games will get you a win somewhere along the line, but that wasn't the case this weekend. 2-0 pitch to Murray. Fastball strike at the inside corner at the knees. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on Murray, who looks up the line at manager Mike Quade. The Iowa skipper, who earlier this year picked up his 1,000th career minor league managerial victory. 2-1. Murray chops one to the right side. Up with it, the second baseman thrower. Underhands to Sorensen for 1. Over to first, not in time. The double up to speedy Calvin Murray. Ball also not really hit hard enough to turn 2 on. But they get the 1 out at second base. A runner at first base, 1 out for Jason DuBois, the designated hitter, batting .308. 18 doubles, 24 homers, 74 runs batted in. Had a couple of week or so stint with Chicago and had just 2 hits and 12 at-bats for the Cubs. Murray at first, also a good base stealer, 17 out of 20 in the stolen base department this year. Lee with a move over to first, and Murray is back. Outfield playing him around to pull towards left field. Jason DuBois, right-hand batter from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Lee ready, the pitch. Swinging a foul back into the screen, strike 1. 0-1 the count. And here at Franklin Covey Field, 345 down the left field line, 315 down the right field stripe. Approximately 385 to the alleys and 420 to straightaway center field. No balls, 1 strike the count on DuBois. With Russ Johnson on deck. Lee ready, the 0-1. Curveball misses low and outside, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. DuBois in just his 4th professional season. Now Lee ready. The kick in the 1-1. Fastball smashed up the middle and through into center field for a hit. Murray will take the turn at second and go to third as Devannon slips and falls as he gets to the baseball, but seems to be all right. Runners at first and third now with 1 out. Here's Russ Johnson, the first baseman, the former New Orleans Zephyr, batting .281. 24 doubles, 2 triples, 9 homers, 58 runs batted in. Johnson facing Salt Lake pitching for the first time since 1998 when he was with New Orleans. So Johnson the batter with runners at first and third. 1 out, the pitch is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. This isn't the best of signs for Corey Lee. In a lot of his starts for the Stingers, he has breezed through the order the first time through, but then struggled the second time. Here he's scuffling the first time through. 1 ball, no strikes. Murray, the base runner at third. Du Bois at first. Middle infielders at double play depth. Lee ready. The glance towards first. The 1-0 home. Johnson takes low for a ball. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And Iowa coming off a 4-game series sweep of Edmonton. Now the pitch into the dirt, blocked by Gregorio, and that puts the count rather at 3-0. They beat Edmonton 4-0, 8-7, 11-0, and 8-2. 2 shutouts in this series. The Iowa pitching staff leads the PCL with 10 shutouts. 3-0 pitch to Johnson. Green light on 3-0, and he swings and misses at a fastball. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. On Russ Johnson. Now Lee ready. The pitch. Swinging a foul back into the screen. So that fills the count now on Johnson at 3-2. See if Du Bois is on the move with the pitch over at first base. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0 Iowa here in the first, and they're threatening for more. Now Lee ready. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Du Bois doesn't go, and the breaking ball is low for ball 4. And now the bases are loaded with 1 out. And the batter will be Cookie Dawkins, the shortstop, as pitching coach Rich Bombard pays a visit to the mound. That's the second walk of the inning issued by Lee. And so Dawkins, the batter, hitting 270, 15 doubles, 3 triples, 8 homers, 31 runs batted in. And the meeting on the mound, a brief one, as Rich heads back to the first base dugout. So bases loaded, 1 out. Dawkins began the year at Omaha and got traded for Damian Jackson on May 31st. Jackson just here with the O-Royals. Bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch to Dawkins. Up high, ball 1. Dawkins on the year with Iowa anyway. 1 for 2, batting with the bases loaded. Dawkins split his time last year between Las Vegas and Omaha. The 1-0 pitch swung on and lifted in the air to left center field. Devannon drifting back, still going back. He's there, and he'll make the catch. Tagging at third, Murray will score. Du Bois tags at second and goes to third, and Johnson tags at first and goes to second. So it's a sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Dawkins, and it's 2-0 Iowa. That'll bring up Donnie Leone, the third baseman, batting .266, 22 doubles, 13 homers, 52 runs batted in for Leone. Signed as a free agent in April of last year by Chicago after his release following an 0-for-4 game with Pawtucket. So runners at second and third, 2 out, 2-0 Iowa. Leone, the batter, right-hand hitter, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a good breaking ball down and in. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Iowa 2, Stingers nothing here in the first. Du Bois on at third, Johnson at second, the 0-1. Breaking ball, strike at the knees, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Leone, who ended up hitting an even .300 with Iowa last year. Played 90 games for Iowa, but yet did not face Salt Lake pitching. The 0-2. Curveball into the dirt, blocked by Gregorio. 1-2 the count. Leone, the 7th man to come to bat in the inning for Iowa. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Lee ready from the stretch. The kick and the 1-2. Fastball low and away from the right-hand batter. That evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leone originally signed as an undrafted free agent by the Yankees in June of 1995 out of Polk Community College down in Florida. 2-2 pitch. Change-up chopped over the mound. The shortstop Sorensen to his left, flags it down behind second, and throws to first for the out to retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors. 2 runners left on base. After 1/2 inning, it's Iowa 2. And the Stingers are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
2 of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
Mortgage rates have gone up. Hi, this is Scott Borstra with Alta Mortgage Group. Mortgage rates have increased recently, so at Alta Mortgage Group, we've created a new program which offers a rock-bottom fixed interest rate for up to 7 years that is flexible enough to allow you to pay a normal payment based on 10, 15, 20, or 30-year mortgage payments. Or just take a breather and just pay the interest rate you choose. This program sometimes cuts your mortgage payment in half. These rates are so low you'll have to call 628-9400 for a quote. We can also correct inaccurate credit scores that are making you pay higher interest rates on your loans. This problem of inaccurate credit scores is costing consumers millions of dollars per year. Let us help you today. We can help you correct these credit problems. Call 628-9400. That's 628-9400. Or visit us on the web at altamortgagegroup.com. We are here to help you.
The first, Stingers in a 2-0 hole against the Iowa Cubs. Time now to check out the Iowa defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. First of all, in the outfield, Trinidad Hubbard in left, Calvin Murray in center, David Kelton right, Donnie Leone at third, Cookie Dawkins at short, Richard Lewis at second, and Russ Johnson's at first. The battery of Kevin McGlinchey pitching and Casey Kopitsky catching. Kevin McGlinchey for the Iowa Cubs is making his 3rd start. In 10 2/3 innings, he's given up 15 hits, 5 runs, full 3rd. He has struck out 8 and walked 4. McGlinchey 0-1 with a 4.22 earned run average. The PCL batting .349 against right-hander Kevin McGlinchey, who spent most of the year pitching for Monterrey in the Mexican League, where in 26 outings, 11 starts, he won 6 and lost 2 with 1 save and a 2.99 earned run average. First batter he'll face, Jeff Devannon, who's likely in the final game of his rehab assignment. He takes a fastball low, ball 1. Jeff 3 for 4. Missed the last couple of games after turning an ankle here on Friday, going after a fly ball. Now the 1-0 into the dirt, low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. McGlinchey missed all of 2002 with an injury. 2 balls, no strikes, the pitch. Fastball in at Feniz is strike 2-1. The name might ring familiar if you're a baseball fan. He appeared in 64 games in relief for the Atlanta Braves in 1999. And even worked a couple of scoreless innings in Game 2 of the World Series that year. 2-1 delivery, and Devannon swings and rifles one up the alley in left center field. Murray, a long run. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. Jeff Devannon with a home run the other way to left center field. And it's now Iowa 2 and the Stingers 1. So Devannon lines one over the fence in left center field. And that's another Mountain America home equity home run. Finance your home equity or construction loan today with Mountain America Credit Union. So a 2-1 ball game in favor of Iowa. And the batter will be Zach Sorensen, the shortstop. Batting .314, 11 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, 23 runs batted in. Coming off a 5-for-14 series against Omaha. The breaking ball from McGlinchey misses low, ball 1. McGlinchey, originally a 5th-round pick of the Braves in 1995 out of Central Florida Community College. Breaking ball into the dirt, skipped by the catcher Kopitsky, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes the count. McGlinchey last year spent the entire season at independent ball for Long Island and Nashua. The 2-0 pitch, curve inside at the knees, ball 3. 3-0 the count on Sorensen. And the injuries began to take its toll in the 2000 season. 3-0 to Sorensen, curveball inside, ball 4. So Zach aboard with the walk. That'll bring up Casey Kochman, the first baseman. Kochman comes in batting .327, 11 doubles, 3 homers, 23 runs batted in. What a series he had against Omaha, 13 for 19. 5 doubles, 1 homer, 6 runs batted in against Omaha. Piggybacking an 0 for 13 series against Memphis. First pitch on the way to Kochman, and it's a curveball inside of the knees, ball 1. Well, one of the original stars of the Salt Lake Buzz, Denny Hocking, here with Iowa, but Denny was hit by a pitch over the weekend, and if he sees any action at all in this series, it would be on Wednesday. 1 ball, the count on Kochman, the pitch. Swinging a smash right off the pitcher McGlinchey up behind first base into short right field. Sorensen will race for third. He's being waved on. No, they put the brakes on him. Oh, I thought Sorensen had a chance to score. It didn't look like Johnson, the first baseman chasing after that ball, was paying any attention to Sorensen at all. Now they're going to see if McGlinchey is all right, as Kochman hit a rifle right back at McGlinchey. It hit him and deflected way behind first base into short right field. So Kochman extends his hitting streak to 5 games. And again, Johnson, the first baseman, not getting there right away. That is back to the infield. I thought for sure Sorensen would come around to score, but Mike Brumley put the stop sign up. They're going to allow McGlinchey some warm-up here just to make sure that everything's still in the right place. His trainer, Ed Halber, is out there to make sure everything's okay. So McGlinchey's thrown a couple of warm-ups. And apparently he has convinced all concerned, including manager Mike Quanti, that he's all right to continue. Now here's Andres Galarraga. Big roar from the fans here in Salt Lake for Andres. The Venezuelan flag and a group of fans down the first base line. Galarraga batting .400 so far for the Stingers, 6 for 15. 1 double, 1 homer, and 5 runs batted in. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Stingers trailing 2-1. McGlinchey's pitch, Galarraga takes a curveball, strike at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Galarraga with a hit in each of his last 3 games after going 0 for 4 in his debut Thursday, 1 day after signing with the Angels. The 0-1. Galarraga takes a pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike as Kopitsky, the catcher, slides across to his right to block it. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Galarraga. Infield at double play depth, the outfield deep and way around towards left. McGlinchey ready, the 1-1. Galarraga takes another curveball in the dirt, and he holds up the stop sign for Sorensen at third as Kopitsky comes up with a pitch. 2-1 the count. Iowa with 2 runs in the top of the first. The Stingers with 1 here in the bottom half, and they have runners at the corners, nobody out. McGlinchey's 2-1 pitch to Galarraga. Down low for ball 3. 3-1 the count, and a wide one would load the bases for McPherson. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Now McGlinchey ready, the 3-1. Swing and a miss, and that fills the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Sorensen the lead at third. Kochman standing over at first. Now the stretch, the 3-2. Swinging a high bouncing ball towards second. Lewis flips to the shortstop Dawkins for one. Throws to first for the double play, but Sorensen comes in with the tying run. Again, no RBI for Galarraga as he bounces into a double play. But it's a 2-2 ball game now here in the bottom of the first. Base is empty for Dallas McPherson, batting .292. 9 doubles, 5 triples, 13 homers, 33 runs batted in. That's 33 runs batted in 37 games in a Salt Lake uniform. Between AA and AAA combined, he's now at 33 homers and 102 runs batted in on the season. Dallas comes in with a 7-game hitting streak. First pitch swinging, a fastball cut at it, missed. A strike 0-1. His previous best had been 6 in early July, but he's now hit safely in 7 straight. Breaking ball inside at the knees, 1-1. That coming after going 0 for 11 in the series at Nashville. Now the 1-1. McPherson grounds one towards first, fielded on the bill of the cap high bounce by Johnson. He'll step on the bag, and that'll do it. For the Stingers in the first, they tie it up. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. So after one complete inning of play, it's Iowa 2, the Stingers 2 on ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
If you're looking for some great food, let's go get it fresh and get it hot. Taco Maker has the best food. Let's go, you know you'll get a lot. Hey!
Discover the fresh taste of the Taco Maker. We fry our own taco shells and tortilla chips daily to make them crispy fresh. Our homemade salsas and sauces are the talk of the town. And our refried beans are made from scratch every morning. We use real ground beef and marinate tasty all-white meat chicken with our own marinade recipe. We're keeping it real with real Monterey cheddar cheeses. Hey, it's time you got a taste of the Taco Maker.
Get it fresh and get it hot. We know you'll get a lot. Hey!
Taco Maker Burrito Babies. Taco Maker Burrito Babies. Taco Maker Burrito Babies. Wow, I said it 3 times. That's because you get 3 crisp bean burrito babies in every order for only $1.89. Or make it a combo meal and add hot tater jams or an ice-cold 32-ounce drink for only $3.99.
Taco Maker, Taco Maker, fresh and get it hot. Make fresh.
All right, we go to the second inning. We're back to square one. Each team with a pair of first-inning runs. It'll be David Kelton, Casey Kopitsky, and Trinidad Hubbard, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up in the Iowa order, against left-hander Corey Lee. David Kelton batting .249, 22 doubles, 16 homers, 54 runs batted in. First pitch from Lee is a breaking ball outside at the knees, ball 1. Kelton, a second-round pick of Chicago in 1998, right out of high school in Georgia. Now the pitch, swung on, popped up down the right field side, giving Chase Kochman over near the railing, and he won't be able to get it because of the tarp. But the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Time now to find out who's hitting the cover off the ball in the PCL. Brought to you by Mountain Extreme Power Sports. Take it to the extreme with Mountain Extreme Power Sports in Linden, Utah. Again, Calvin Pickering of Omaha with 31. He hit just 1 in the 4-game series here over the weekend. Las Vegas' Luis Garcia is next with 27 as Kelton takes a changeup high 2-1. Bucky Jacobson with Seattle had 26 for Tacoma. Andy Tracy and Phil Hyatt of Colorado Springs and New Orleans, respectively, next with 25. Kelton swings and gets jammed, pops it up into short left field. Going out Sorensen, Halter coming in, Shane with the call and the catch for out number 1. So Kelton retired, 1 away. Here's Casey Kopetsky, the catcher, batting .216, 10 doubles, 1 homer, 13 runs batted in. Corey Lee on the mound for the Stingers took a loss his last time out, gave up 5 runs on 7 hits in 4 innings at Memphis. Walked 3, struck out 2. First pitch to Kopetsky, down the middle, above the knees for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And out all of last year with an elbow injury. Played for the White Sox AAA affiliate at Charlotte for 2002. Pitch, breaking ball low, 1-1. It was 7-6 with a 3.89 ERA for the Charlotte Knights. This year, he began the year in late May, going 1-3 with 9 starts for Arkansas. Swing and a changeup on a tap foul at home plate. And the count on Kopetsky, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-2 here in the top of the second. Stingers last year claimed the season series 3-1. Iowa has the all-time series edge, 30-26. Swing and a fastball in on his fist. He struck him out. First strikeout for Lee, and it's 2 up, 2 down here in the Iowa second. Brings up Trinidad Hubbard, who worked a walk in the first inning and eventually came around to score as he fouled off several 2-strike pitches before getting the base on balls. Of course, in 2001, in the first year of affiliation with Anaheim, Stingers had the lead throughout from opening day until 4 days left in the season. Pitch to Hubbard, outside a fastball at the knees, 1-0. But had the season series edge over Iowa, tied with the Cubs for first going into that weekend, so all the Stingers had to do was split, but Iowa won the first 3 games to claim the division title as the pitch to Hubbard misses inside for a ball 2-0. All 3 wins in those first 3 by 1 run. And the run that clinched the division crown came on a home run by then a future Stinger, Rick Short. The 2-0 pitch to Hubbard, swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hubbard. 476 major league games played with 9 different teams. There's a breaking ball low, 3-1. Colorado, San Francisco, Cleveland, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Baltimore, Kansas City, San Diego, and the Cubs. 4 times in Hubbard's career has he played in the AAA All-Star game, including this year, where he went 0 for 1 with a couple of walks and a run scored. Playing for Mike Crumley. 3-1 pitch, skipped over the mound, past the diving Jake Thrower into center field, a base hit. So Trinidad Hubbard aboard with a 2-out single, hit number 3 for Iowa in the ball game. Here's Richard Lewis, who singled to center field to drive home Hubbard in the first after Hubbard had reached scoring position by stealing second base. Lewis last year in the Atlanta organization at Double-A Greenville. Acquired in a trade with Atlanta earlier this season. Pitch, and it's a ball, 1-0. Lewis acquired along with left-handed pitcher Andy Pratt from the Braves for right-hander Juan Cruz and right-hander Steve Smith. One ball, no strike, the count on Lewis. Now Lee ready, a move to first, and Hubbard is back. One ball, no strikes. Again, Lewis appearing in just his 5th game with Iowa. Now again the move to first, and the runner is back. One ball, no strikes. Runner at first base, 2 out. Top of the second inning. 2-2 ball game. Now the lefty Lee ready, and the 1-0 pitch to Lewis. Instead, again, the throw to first, and again, the runner's back. Two ball game. One ball, no strikes, the count. Now Lee's pitch. Lewis smashes one toward short, scooped up by Sorensen, and the flip to thrower for the force out on Hubbard retires the side. No runs, one hit, one runner left. We go to the bottom of the second. Stingers 2, Iowa 2 on ESPN 1230.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Quick Link, that's Just Emissions, 569-0200. 569-0200.
Hey, great commercial.
Thank you.
I'm hoping people are listening because they're going to save money.
Does this diagnostic thing really work?
Oh, man, it's amazing. It's brand new. It's absolutely amazing. Your car computer tells our computer what's wrong with it because it knows. Our computer sends it to a massive database by the Internet, gets researched very quickly, comes back, and we have 5-6 page printout in 10 minutes or less.
So I walk out the door for $30 with a third-party confirmation of what's wrong with my car.
In your hand.
Go to my mechanic, no diagnostic time.
No diagnostic time. Diagnostic time can be $60 to $120. We charge you $30.
That's a deal.
It is a deal.
If I'm going to buy a used car, if I've got a car with over 50,000 miles on it.
What if you're going on a long trip?
Nice.
You'd like to know. Yep, that's it. It's as honest as it can be.
Just Emissions, 569-0200.
So honest.
569-0200.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's a 2-2 ball game here at Franklin Covey Field. It'll be Shane Halter, Jake Thrower, and Brian Gordon. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up in the Iowa batting order. Stingers Baseball brought to you in part by Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors of Salt Lake, the mobile paintless dent repair company that comes to your home or office to work on your car. Call them today at 1-877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors, they make them like new again. Dent Pro will donate $5 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah for every stolen base by the Stingers this season. They have so far swiped 77 bases, making the total donation so far $385. Halter on the first pitch, hits it high in the air to left field. Back goes Hubbard. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it is gone. Just over the barrier in left field. A solo homer for Shane Halter. And the Stingers are out in front, 3-2. Second leadoff home run in as many innings for the Stingers. For Halter, his third home run of the year. And that's another Mountain America home equity home run. So now here's Jake Thrower batting .287. 22 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 46 runs batted in. Jake coming off a 4-for-11 series against Omaha. Here's a pitch low for a ball. Stingers have been held scoreless only 4 times in the last 20 innings in which they have batted. There's a breaking ball low. 2-0 the count on Thrower. Oh, McGlinchey's given up a pair of home runs. He's now given up 3. Here's a shot down the left field side. Hubbard racing back towards the corner. Reaches up and hauls it in. Boy, Trinidad got a great jump on that ball, going back and to his right to run that one down. His thrower went the other way with it. 1 away. Here's Brian Gordon, the right fielder, hitting .261. 21 doubles, 3 triples, 17 homers, 56 runs batted in. Brian, 3 out of 11 with 2 RBI against Omaha. 3-2 Stingers here in the bottom of the second. Now McGlinchey winds the pitch to Brian. Swinging and a miss at a breaking ball. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. McGlinchey's last appearance for Iowa on August the 3rd at home against Las Vegas. There's a pitch lifted in the air towards left. Hubbard going back to the wall. He leaps up and makes the catch up against the barrier. Out number 2 is Gordon sent Hubbard to the wall, but Hubbard did the right thing. He got back to the wall first, located the ball, so he was in position to make the jump to haul in the ball. So 2 out. That'll bring up Tom Gregorio, batting .202. 6 doubles, a triple, 5 homers, and 28 runs batted him. That last outing against Las Vegas, a no decision for McGlinchey. He gave up 3 runs on 9 hits in 4 2/3 innings. The 2 outs, bases empty, the pitch. Breaking ball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. 3-2 Salt Lake here in the bottom of the second. Now the 0-1 to Gregorio. Breaking ball outside, backhanded by the catcher Kopitsky, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stingers have scored in double digits, as you know, 3 consecutive ball games. On the 1-1, Gregorio swings and lines one towards the corner and right. That's going to be in there for extra bases. Kelton playing the carom off the gate, and Gregorio's into second base with a 2-out double. That's his 7th 2-bagger. And so the Stingers with a runner in scoring position, 2 out for Jeff Devannon, who homered his first time up. The franchise record is 4 consecutive games in double digits. And the Stingers need 7 more runs to tie that record. So 2 outs, a runner at second base. They did that July 16th through the 19th, 2000. Pitch to Devannon. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. One of those games, I believe, was against Edmonton. The other 3 against Calgary. No balls, 1 strike the count on Devannon. 3-2 Stingers here in the second. McGlinchey peers in and now steps off. Devannon, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against the righty McGlinchey. Ball goes well tonight. Jeff probably goes back to the big leagues tomorrow. Now the 0-1. Low and inside as Devannon skips rope to get out of the way, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jeff on the disabled list with back spasms. One ball, 1 strike the count on Devannon. Gregorio the lead at second base. McGlinchey the pitch. Breaking ball low into the dirt, blocked by Kopitsky, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Iowa opening today, leading their division by 6 games. Colorado Springs, their closest competitor, opening up a series at home with Sacramento tonight. Now the 2-1 pitch to Devannon. Just missed a slider inside at the knees, 3-1. Sacramento out in front of the Sky Sox, 3-0 after 2. Both Portland and Tacoma being shut out in their games. Portland starting tonight a half game behind the Rainiers in the North Division race. Now the 3-1 pitch to Devannon. Swung on, flared to shallow left. That's going to fall for a base hit. Here comes Gregorio around third. Hubbard throw to the plate, and he is out at the plate. A strong 1-hop throw from Trinidad Hubbard to Casey Kopitsky, who blocked the plate nicely and prevented Gregorio from coming in to score. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 2, it's the Stingers 3 and Iowa 2 on ESPN 1230.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
We go to the third inning. Stingers now out in front of Iowa 3-2. And as always, the third inning is brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. The best place to improve your short game is the Jordan River Par 3. You can play for just $6 a 9-hole round. So for tee times, call 533-4527 or go online at slc-golf.com. Kevin Murray to lead it off. Takes his crank in the outer part of the plate at the knees, 0-1. Murray reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first. 3-2 Salt Lake here in the third as Corey Lee delivers low and inside of the right-hand batter. 1-1. It's also time to find out what else is happening under the lights tonight at the PCL as well as Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. 1-1 Murray. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup 1-2. In the seventh at Oklahoma, the Redhawks leading Portland 5-0. Oklahoma scoring all 5 runs in the first. And New Orleans leading Tacoma 7-0 in the sixth. The 1-2 pitch to Murray. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out. Number 2 in the punch-out department for Corey. It's 1 down here in the third. Here's Jason DuBois, who singled to center field his first time up. DuBois getting ready to stand in as Lee delivers. Slow curve that breaks late and misses high. Ball 1. Again, Sacramento 3, Colorado Springs 0 in the third at Sky Sox Stadium. Fresno at Albuquerque just underway. Memphis at Tucson later, as well as Nashville at Las Vegas. Fastball high and tight to the right-hand hitting DuBois, so the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, nobody on here in the third. 3-2 Stingers. The pitch, breaking ball, and at the knees, a strike, and it's 2-1. In the American League, they're in the 8th at Fenway. The Red Sox trailing Tampa Bay 7-3. 4 home runs for the Devil Rays off Curt Schilling tonight. 2-1 pitch, and DuBois takes low, 3-1. Bottom of the 6th in Chicago, the White Sox have scored 7 runs to nearly erase an 8-0 Cleveland lead. It's the Indians 8, the White Sox 7 in the 6th. Here's a fastball lifted in the air down the right field line, heading towards the short gate. If it stays fair, it's trouble, and it's trouble. An opposite field home run for Jason DuBois, and that ties the game at 3-3. Again, some of those misinformed Chicago Cub fans applauding out there, not realizing that this is the Iowa Cubs. Here's Russ Johnson, who walked his first time at bat. With all due respect to Ed Lynch is here in the ballpark. 7th inning at Kansas City. Royals lead the Angels 2-0. Rob Quinlan's 0 for 2 in his attempt to stretch his hitting streak to 20 games. First pitch, the 0-1 to Johnson, a fastball high. Earlier today, it was Baltimore beating Texas 7-3. Melvin Mora with a pair of long balls. The pitch strike on the inside corner of the knees. Toronto jumped out to a 5-0 lead through 6 and then held on to beat the Yankees 5-4. First a win and the first game's manager for John Gibbons, who replaced Carlos Tosca yesterday. There's a fastball up high, ball 2. And Oakland pounded Minnesota today, 8-2. Rich Hart in the winner, Kyle Lohse the loser. Only 1 game on tap tonight in the National League. Pitch to Johnson inside, backs the right-hand hitter away, ball 3. They played at Philadelphia, and the Rockies lead the Phillies 4-2 as Colorado just took the lead with a 3-run 8. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On Russ Johnson, a 3-3 game here in the third. Now the pitch. Fastball high and away. He walked him. That's the third walk issued by Lee, and so now the Cubs have a runner at first with 1 out. Here's Cookie Dawkins, who drove in the second Iowa run in the first with a sacrifice fly to center field. So 1 on, 1 out, 1 in for Iowa here in the third. Infield at double play deck. Lee ready to pitch. Up high for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Cookie Dawkins, who last year played for Las Vegas, the Dodgers AA affiliate at Jacksonville, for Omaha, and actually appeared in 3 games for Kansas City. Fastball outside, 2-0. He went 0 for 2 in those games. Rob Quinlan singled in the 6th inning, and so that does indeed extend his hitting streak now to 20 straight games. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Dawkins. Lee's pitch. Fastball inside at the knees. Ball 3. 3-0 the count. Now Lee ready, the pitch. Fastball in for a strike, 3-1 the count on Dawkins. Hit .223 for Omaha in 48 games. But in the 45 games he's played in an Iowa uniform, Dawkins is batting .347. 3 balls, 1 strike. Johnson the runner at first. Pitch. Swing and a foul, glancing off the glove of Gregorio to the base of the screen, and that fills the count at 3-2. Again, Iowa leading the all-time series against Salt Lake, 30-26. The Buzz and Stingers with the edge here at Franklin Covey Field, 13 games to 11. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The move to first, and Johnson is back in, standing up. One of the keys to success for Iowa this year, defense. Only 99 errors in 112 games coming in. They committed just 4 in their recently completed 12-game homestand. 3-2 payoff pitch. Johnson goes, and the fastball is high for ball 4. McCory once again painting himself into a corner. That's his 4th walk of the game. Now here's Donnie Leone, grounded out sharply to the shortstop. Sorensen his first time up. Iowa has equaled their high water mark coming into this one. It's 16 games above 500. They are 0-6 so far this year when trying to go 17 games over the break-even point. First pitch to Leone. Low and inside, the right-hand batter. Ball 1. The inning started off well for Lee with the strikeout, but Du Bois hits the short home run to right over the gate. And now Johnson and Dawkins have walked. He's fallen behind 1-0 on Leone. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Iowa's sweep of Edmonton this past weekend, their first sweep since mid-June at Oklahoma. Now the pitch. Fastball popped down the right field line, slicing towards the seats and going out of play. 1-2 the count on Leone. It was their first sweep at home since early May of last season against Memphis. And one other note as far as wins and losses are concerned, the Cubs come into this game with a 10-1 record against the North Division. 4-0 against Edmonton, 3-0 against Tacoma, and 3-1 at Portland. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Leone. Johnson at second, Dawkins at first with 1 out in a 3-3 game. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and a slider down and in. He struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Corey Lee. And with 2 down, that'll bring up David Kelton, the right fielder. So Kelton, the batter. Wide to Halter and shallow left field his first time up. Last year's Iowa Cubs Newcomer of the Year. Pitch to Kelton, swung on. That's lifted in the air to shallow right. Brian Gordon coming in and over towards the line is there, and he'll put it away, retire the side. Cubs tie it up, though, on the solo homer by Du Bois. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's Iowa 3, the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
Golf pros agree. To lower your score, improve your short game. The best course for that is the Jordan River Par 3, located at 1200 North Redwood Road. The Jordan River Par 3 golf course is just minutes from downtown and playable in about an hour. It's the best place to develop your short iron, chipping, and putting skills. And it's just $6 for 9 holes. It's the best golf out around. Regain your love for the game of golf at this hassle-free, low-pressure golf course. For tee times, call 533-4527. That's 533-4527, or visit slc-golf.com.
Home equity loans are easy to get at Mountain America Credit Union. Easier, perhaps, than deciding what to do with the money.
We could get a deck and a hot tub.
Remodel the bathroom and a jetted tub.
Once you make up your mind, you'll pay no appraisal fees, no origination fees, no closing costs, and no annual fees at Mountain America.
A snowmobile.
Try a snow blower.
While you're deciding what to do with the money, call or visit Mountain America Credit Union or log on to mtnamerica.org.
How about a widescreen TV?
How about storm windows with screens?
At Mountain America Credit Union, we make getting home equity loans easy. So get approved.
An ATV.
A riding lawnmower.
Unfortunately, we're no help at all when it comes to deciding what to do with the money.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Okay, let's get a fishing boat.
Oh, you want water? We'll take a cruise.
Mountain America Credit Union, member NCUA and equal opportunity lender.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Stingers 3, Iowa 3. For Salt Lake, it'll be Zach Sorensen, Casey Kotzman, and Andres Galarraga due up to face right-hander Kevin McGlinchey. It's also time for our Great Clip Junior sportscaster, Christopher Spencer, joins us. Christopher, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Good. Hope you're having a good time at the ballpark so far.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if the Stingers can score some runs here in the bottom of the 3rd. The record was just set the other day by a junior sportscaster with 6 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Let's see what happens here. Zach Sorensen lead it off. He walked and scored his first time up. But it says here your favorite baseball team is the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, that's my favorite team. I love them.
How did they become your favorite team?
Oh, I was just watching baseball on TV, and I thought, wow, that's just like that team.
The strength of the Superstation TBS, right? All right, Sorensen coming to the plate. Zach, as we mentioned, walked and scored in the first. Kevin McGlinchey's first pitch on the way, and it's a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Now, your favorite player is a former Brave, catcher Javi Lopez.
Yeah, I really like him.
That had to be disappointing when he went to Baltimore this year. As Sorensen lights one up the alley in left center field, a base hit. Hubbard able to cut it off from his left field spot. Sorensen a wide turn at first, but smartly heads back to the bag, as that's the 6th of the ball game for the Stingers, as Hubbard does a good job of getting over and cutting it off. That'll bring up Casey Kotzman, who singled off the body of the pitcher McGlinchey his first time up. But let's Christopher, go back. You were talking about how disappointed you were when Lopez went to Baltimore.
I couldn't stand it. Oh, it was horrible.
Does that make you like the Orioles a little bit, or just Javi Lopez?
Just Javi Lopez.
So a runner at first base, nobody out. McGlinchey ready. Here's the pitch to Kotzman. Swung on, and that's rifled up the alley in right center field. That ball's going to head all the way to the wall. Sorensen around second. He's to third. He's being sent on home. He'll score without a play. It's an RBI double for Casey Kotzman, and the Stingers are back out in front by a score of 4-3. So the Stingers' bats continue to be torrid out there. They have now scored a run in 17 of their last 21 innings. Tell you what, Christopher, that ball was a rocket.
It was.
So Kotzman with the double, his 12th, his 24th run batted in. And the batter will be Andres Galarraga, who grounded into a double play his first time up. Well, Christopher, a lot of people surprised this year at how well the Braves have done. Here they are in first place in the National League East again.
I'm just amazed. I root for him all the time.
Well, here's Andres Galarraga, a former Brave, and the pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. It had to be exciting to come out here tonight and find out that a former Brave and Andres Galarraga is playing for Salt Lake.
I wanted to come out here.
1 ball, no strikes, the count on the big cat. The pitch. Tried to hold up on a breaking ball, couldn't do it. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tell you what, the Braves are a lot of, they have some of the old guys still left. Andre Jones, Chipper Jones, guys like that, but a lot of new names, a lot of no names. But I tell you what, maybe this year finally Bobby Cox will win Manager of the Year. There's a pitch inside at the knees for a ball, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Galarraga. Well, someday you'd like to go to the TED and see your Braves play in person.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice ballpark. I've been there once. Now the 2-1 pitch, instead he steps off. I was bumped on flight from Atlanta to Florida, so I asked for as late a flight as possible, which was 10 o'clock at night. So instead of sitting at the airport for 6 hours, I went to see a Braves game.
Wow.
2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt. The count's even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, I hate to say this, Christopher, but I'm old enough. The first time I ever went to Wrigley Field, because I grew up in Chicago, they played the Milwaukee Braves. This was even before they moved to Atlanta. So, see, your dad's nodding back there. That was a long time ago when they moved from Milwaukee to Atlanta. The 2 pitch to the big cat, breaking ball low and outside, and that fills the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So with Javi gone, who's your favorite player on Atlanta now?
I don't know. I'm still choosing.
We've got a lot of new, great young players, but of course the 2 Joneses have been there for a while. 3-2 pitch on the way. Galarraga punches it into right field, a base hit. Here comes Kotzman around third. The stop sign is up as the right fielder Kelton fires the ball in quickly. And the Stingers have runners at first and third with nobody out. That was just a great piece of hitting, Christopher. Curveball low and away, and Andres, instead of trying to yank it out of the yard, just punched it into right field.
Yep.
So runners at first and third, nobody out, and that'll bring up Dallas McPherson, who grounded out to first his initial time up. Now, Christopher is 13 years old at Northwest School. It says here your hobbies are collecting, but what is it you like to collect?
Oh, I just collect baseball cards, practically anything.
Well, again, I fall into that category, Christopher. As, boy, I can just imagine how much my baseball cards would be worth if my mother hadn't thrown them away when I was in junior high.
Oh, I keep them safe.
That's good. That's a good thing. Now the right-hander McGlinchey ready, the pitch. And there's a breaking ball low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. McPherson grounded out to first his initial time up. He comes in with a 7-game hitting streak. Now McGlinchey looks in, gets the sign from his catcher Kopitsky. 1-0 pitch on the way, and McPherson swings and pops it up. Out into short center field. Lewis, the second baseman, out. Murray, the center fielder, coming in. Now it's the shortstop Dawkins making the call and the catch for out number 1. You could tell that time, Christopher, some good communication out there between the 2 infielders and the outfielders to who is going to take that ball.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 out. Here's Shane Halter, who homered his first time up. What of all the cards that you have, what's the one that you think is the best card you have?
I don't know. I've got a few here, a few there. I don't really have a favorite or the best.
Mm-hmm.
I just collect them because it's fun.
Oh, sure. That's the best part of it. Sometimes people get caught up in the value. It's the value to you as yourself, not what it says in a book. First pitch to Halter on the way. A breaking ball low and outside the right-hand hitter. Ball 1. Stingers with runners at first and third, 1 out. 1 run in. Salt Lake leading Iowa by a score of 4-3. On a beautiful night for baseball here in Salt Lake City. Good crowd on hand here for a Monday night. The 1-0 pitch to Halter on the way. Another curveball, another one that misses low and outside. The count 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Kevin McGlinchey is pitching right now for Iowa. He pitched 2 scoreless innings for the Braves in Game 2 of the World Series in 1999. Now the 2-0 pitch to Halter. Shane lines a base hit into left center field. Kochman will score. Galarraga will take the turn at second and advance to third. The Stingers now with runners at the corners, still in 1 out, and the Stingers now with a 5-3 lead. Of course, McGlinchey, who we're talking about, looking at his numbers, not quite the same as he was when he was with the Braves. He's had some injury problems over the last few years.
Yep.
He had 64 games pitched for Atlanta in 1999. He won 7 and lost 3. He was a big part of that Braves team in 99. Right now, the pitching coach, Rick Kranitz, out to the mound to talk things over with McGlinchey. As catcher Fernando Lunar going down to the Iowa bullpen. The Cubs may have someone getting up to start throwing here any time now. Andres Galarraga at third. Shane Halter at first with 1 out. Now, besides baseball cards, what else do you collect?
Oh, if I find, like, I do coin collecting, and if I go to the beach, I grab some seashells, and, you know, just lots of stuff.
Now, the coins you collect, you've been collecting those state quarters?
Yeah, I got a board, nice board, and I stick them in there, yep.
You all caught up through Texas?
Yep, I've got them all so far.
Great. Runners at first and third, 1 out. McGlinchey ready. Pitch to thrower, and it's a breaking ball inside. Ball 1. The catcher Kapitsky up ready to throw to first if he had a shot at Halter, but Shane hadn't strayed that far off the bag. 1 ball, no strikes. Let's see, 13 years old at Northwestern. You're going into 9th grade coming up, or 8th?
Oh, 8th.
8th grade.
Coming into 8th.
1-0 pitch to thrower, swung on, lifted in the air towards right. Kelton going back to the track. He'll have room to make the catch. Galarraga will tag at third and score. Tagging at first is Halter, and he advanced to second. It's a sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Jake Thrower. And now the Stingers lead it by a score of 6-3. For Thrower, that's his 47th run batted of the year. And so now a runner at second base, 2 out. And the batter will be Brian Gordon, who flied out to left field his first time up. Who's here at the ballpark with you tonight?
Oh, my aunt, she's a real baseball fan, and the rest of my family.
Now, what's your aunt's favorite team? Does she have one?
I don't know her favorite team.
All of them? Okay. Anybody at home or friends listening that you want to say hi to?
No.
They're all here, huh?
Yeah.
There's a curveball, ball 1. I hope they gave you good seats tonight.
They did. They gave me some really good ones.
Good to hear. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now McGlinchey ready. The 1-0 pitch to Gordon. Swung on, broken bat loop into shallow right. The second baseman Lewis out, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch to retire the side. 3 runs, though, for the Stingers on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Christopher, thanks for being our Great Clips Junior sportscaster, and have fun tonight.
Thank you.
All right, at the end of 3, it's the Stingers 6 and Iowa 3 here on ESPN 1230.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with pace and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and freeways, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
All right, we go now to of the fourth inning. It's a 6-3 ball game. Stingers out in front of Iowa. And once again, our thanks to Christopher Spencer, our Great Clips Jr. sportscaster, for joining us tonight. Here's Casey Kopitsky to lead things off for Iowa. Stingers back out in front by a score of 6-3. As the Stingers have now scored in 15 of their last 19 minutes. So here's Kopitsky, who struck out swinging his first time up. Torrey Lee's pitch, fastball, lifted foul, out of play down the right field side over the root for strike one. I don't think when we announced it earlier we ever did get a chance to get to our This Date in Baseball History, brought to you by Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Here's a pitch line to left field, a base hit for Kopitsky, and the leadoff man's aboard for Iowa here in the fourth, at number 5 for the I-Cubs. To the top of the order, and Trinidad Hubbard, who has walked and singled in 2 plate appearances. On this date in 2002, Barry Bonds hit the 600th home run of his career, joining Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, and Willie Mays in the exclusive 600 home run club, as Bonds now closes in on number 700. No runner at first base, nobody out. 6-3 Stingers here in the fourth. The pitch, fastball, that's lifted in the air towards left. Halter going back. That ball's up there. It's out there, and that one is gone. A 2-run homer for Trinidad Hubbard, and it's now a 6-5 Salt Lake lead as the ball continues to carry well, as it has over the last few days. Hubbard's 7th home run. He now has 40 RBI. Puts up Richard Lewis, who's 1 for 2. Drove in a run with a single in the first inning. On this date in 2001, Sammy Sosa homered 3 consecutive at-bats, but the Rockies beat the Cubs 14-5. In that game, winning pitcher Mike Hampton ties the National League record for home runs in a season by a pitcher by hitting his 7th. So 2 runs in, nobody out. The pitch to Lewis, swing and a miss at a breaking ball down and in, strike one. 0-1 the count. On this date in 1999, 5 grand slams are hit in the day. There's a fastball outside at the belt, 1-1. First time it's happened in 129 years of Major League Baseball. Fernando Tatis of St. Louis, Jose Vidro of Montreal, Mike Lowell of Florida, Bernie Williams of the Yankees, and Jay Buhner of Seattle. Here's a swing and a ground ball past the mound of the second baseman thrower. Staggers to his right after fielding the ball, but sets and throws to first for the out. Jake a little off balance when he fielded that ball, but was able to recover and make the play for the out. 1 away. Here's Calvin Murray, who's 0 for 2. He's reached on a fielder choice and struck out swing. A 1 out, bases empty. 6-5 Salt Lake here in the fourth. There's a fastball in for a strike, and the count on Murray, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now the left-hander Lee ready. The pitch bunted third base side. It's a fair ball and a base hit as Lee reaching for the ball, slips and balls. So Murray aboard with a bunt single. And the tying run is on now for Iowa here in the fourth. Here's Jason DuBois, who's 2 for 2 with a home run over the gate in right his last time up. On this date in 1990, former Stingers manager Gary Templeton collected his 2,000th Major League hit exactly 14 years to the date after getting his first. The Padres beat the Braves that day 7-0. Now the pitch to DuBois, instead the toss to first, and Murray is back. White Sox tie a club record on this date in 1977 by hitting 6 home runs in one game against the Mariners. There's a pitch inside at the knees, a ball, 1-0. That was the year of a team known as the South Side Hitmen. They didn't have much pitching, but boy, could they score runs. First place until about mid-August. Kansas City took over. Now the 1-0 to Du Bois. Fastball outside at the knees. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. 2 balls, no strikes. A runner at first, 1 out. 2 runs in for Iowa here in the 4th. Stingers out in front, 6-5. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Du Bois tried to give Iowa the lead with 1 swing of the bat there as he took a healthy cut at that one. Two balls, 1 strike on Du Bois. Now the move to first and the runner's back. On this date in 1967 in a Carolina League game, the Burlington team playing in a 7-inning game against Raleigh gets a batter on, and Burlington hitters ground into a double play in each of the 7 innings. There's a fastball high, and the count on Du Bois, 3-1. 3-1 the count to the right-hand batter. Activity begins to stir in the Stingers bullpen. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now Lee's pitch. Inside at the knees, ball 4. Once again, pitching coach Rich Bombard has to pay a visit to the mound, as that is the 5th walk issued by Lee. For the Stingers, right-hander throwing in the bullpen. As the lead is 6-5, but the Cubs have runners at first and second, 1 out. Russ Johnson will be the batter. He's been up twice and he has walked twice. So Johnson the batter. Spent the year last year in the Mets organization at AAA Norfolk. First pitch to Johnson, a fastball high, ball 1. Russ, a veteran of 342 major league games played with both Houston and Tampa Bay. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Swung on and skied to center field. Devannon drifting over into left center field underneath it. And he'll put it away for the 2nd out of the inning. Murray retreats back to second and Du Bois to first. So Johnson retired, 2 down, and the batter will be Gookie Dawkins. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 1st. He walked in the 3rd. Colorado ended up beating the Phillies today, 4-2. Phillies led 2-1 until the Rockies put up a 3 spot in the 8th. First pitch to Dawkins. Strike at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Salt Lake. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for Iowa. Stingers 4 runs away from tying a franchise record with their 4th straight game in double digits. Now the 0-1. Swung on and popped up on the infield behind second base. Thrower, the second baseman, with the call and the catch to retire the side. But the Cubs inch closer with 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Stingers 6, Iowa 5 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
When's the last time you got a bonus, just like that? Well, a $2,000 bonus is waiting for you at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele, because between now and the end of August, you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks for the purchase of a 2003 Honda VTC 1800 motorcycle. You can use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. And right now, you can ride out with a Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle with 3.9% fixed APR for up to 3 years and 0 down payment upon approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. So head on on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele and use your $2,000 in bonus bucks on parts or accessories. With your new gear, you're going to be cruising the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Financing available to qualified buyers to July 31st, 2004. Payment example, 36 monthly payments of $29.48 for each $1,000 finance. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Connected Wireless is growing to better serve you with their new Provo Town Center store. Connected Wireless doesn't just sell one-of-a-kind wireless services like most wireless companies. Connected Wireless is your one-stop wireless source. They'll fix you up with the right plan and the right service from Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Plus, Connected Wireless has all the latest and hard-to-find accessories. Connected Wireless will beat any deal, even internet deals. Call 205-FREE or look in the Yellow Pages to find one of 7 Connected Wireless locations. Get connected, stay connected with Connected Wireless.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 4th. Stingers lead now back down to a run at 6-5. It'll be Tom Gregorio, Jeff Devannon, and Zach Sorensen due up to face right-hander Kevin McGlinchey. Time now, too, to look ahead at the Stingers schedule brought to you by University of Utah Football. The defending Mountain West Conference and Liberty Bowl champs play 6 home games, starting with Texas A&M and finishing with BYU. Season tickets are now available at 581-UTIX or online at utahutes.com. U of U football, you ain't seen nothing yet. Tom Gregorio doubled into the right field corner his first time up, but then was thrown out trying to score from second base on a single to left by Jeff Devannon. First pitch to Tom, chopped behind the bag and foul at third for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike again tomorrow. A 6 o'clock start to our twilight doubleheader. John Karanka will go in game 1 for Iowa against the Stingers' Steve Green. Scott Dunn will start out of the bullpen for the Stingers. Iowa describes their pitching rotation for tomorrow as the Cub bullpen. Gregorio swings at a pitch down and in, lofts it into shallow center. That's going to fall in front of Calvin Murray for a base hit. So Gregorio a bloop single for his second hit of the ball game, and that's hit number 10 for Salt Lake. Now here's Jeff Devannon, who's homered and singled at 2 plate appearances, and with that, activity begins to stir down in the Iowa bullpen. I believe that's Joel Peralta throwing in the Stingers pen still, so we'll likely see him in the 5th. So runner at first, nobody out. Stingers leading 6-5. McGlinchey ready, the pitch. Swung on, line to right, but Kelton playing deep, goes back and is there in front of the track to make the catch for out number 1. Back to first base goes Gregorio. So Devannon flies to deep right, and there's 1 down here in the 4th. That'll bring up Zach Sorensen. He has walked, singled, and he has scored twice. That Phillies win over the Rockies, the go-ahead runs coming in on a 2-run double by Vinny Castilla. So 1 out, 1 on the pitch to Sorensen. Swung on and looped towards left center field. Coming on, Hubbard dives and can't get it. It bounces by him. Rounding second is Gregorio. He's heading for third and sliding into second safely with a double is Zach Sorensen. Trinidad Hubbard with an all-out dive. Couldn't come up with it. Calvin Murray there to back it up. But runners are at second and third with 1 out. And the batter will be Casey Kotzman, who has singled and doubled tonight, driven in a run and scored 1. Casey now with 15 hits in his last 21 at bats. Speaking of hitters, Edgar Martinez announcing today, the 2-time AL batting champ, that he will retire at season's end, ending a career with the Seattle Mariners. First pitch to Kotzman on the way. Casey takes a breaking ball inside, ball 1. Infield back conceding the run on a ground ball except to third. Leone not as far back at third base as the others are around the infield. Stingers trying to add to their 1-run lead here in the 4th. McGlinchey's pitch. Fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 1-1. Martinez a 7-time All-Star. He batted over 310 seasons. Said he decided this will be his last season. One ball, one strike. The pitch. Kochman swings. It's a tap back towards the hill. McClinchy looks Gregorio back to third. And a throw to first gets Kochman for the out. So 2 down, and now it's up to Andres Galarraga for the Stingers to cash in here in the fourth. Galarraga grounded into a double play in the first, singled and scored in the third. So he's 1 for 2. Overall, Edgar a .312 lifetime hitter. So runners at second and third, 2 out. Now McGlinchey looks in, gets the sign from his catcher Kopitsky. The pitch to Galarraga, swinging a smash to third, backhanded by Leone. Sets and throws to first, and that retires the side. The Stingers threaten, but do not score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the fifth. Stingers 6, Iowa 5 on ESPN 1230.
How you doing? I'm Bruno, the air conditioning guy.
Yes, listen, there's a green fungus growing on the swamp cooler down the side of my house.
I tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a hose and we're going to squirt that right off.
Yes, thank you. Awful boy.
There is no way a hose is going to fix that problem. With a swamp cooler, recycled water is pulled from a bed of fungus-saturated liquid, poured over deteriorating wood fibers, then forced into your home for you to breathe. Take action. A sophisticated central air conditioning and filtration system will eliminate fungus, bacteria, and mold before it ever reaches your lungs. Take action. Action installs only the best, like Train, Carrier, Tempstar, and Rheem at the lowest price in Salt Lake. Take Action's lowest price challenge. It's easy. If we can't get you the lowest price, we'll give you $50 for your trouble. This $50 offer is great, so please call us for details. Take action. Call Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
As we go to the fifth inning, Joel Peralta comes on the pitch now for the Stingers, and for Joel, this will be his 28th appearance of the year. He's won 3 and lost 2 with 1 save. And a 5.68 earned run average, the BCL batting .288 against right-hander Joel Peralta. He'll face Donnie Leone, David Kelton, and Casey Kopitsky, the bottom third of the Iowa order. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Stingers' defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Shane Halter in left, Jeff Devannon in center, and Brian Gordon's in right. Dallas McPherson at third, Zach Sorensen at short, Jake Thrower at second, and Casey Kochman's at first. A battery of Joe Peralta pitching and Tom Gregorio catching. So here's Donnie Leone, who's bounced to short, and he is struck out swinging. So Peralta ready to go, and the first pitch is low, ball 1. Leone, a switch hitter, turns around to bat left-handed against the righty Peralta. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Leone. As the pitch comes home, swung on, broken bat liner to center field, a base hit. The barrel of the bat ends up about 10 feet to the first base side of the pitching mound. And so Iowa with the potential tying run at first with nobody out. Here's David Kelton, who's flied out twice. Once to left and once to right. The line for Corey Lee, 4 innings of work. 7 hits allowed, 5 runs all earned. He has struck out 3 and walked 5 and surrendered a couple of home runs. So now the first pitch to Kelton. Breaking ball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. The Angels batting in the ninth at Kansas City, trailing the Royals 3-1. Angels need a win to stay a game and a half behind Oakland in the American League West. The 0-1 pitch to Kelton. Tried to check his swing on a breaking ball. Did he go around? No. It's first base umpire Travis Reininger. And the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count to the right-hand batter. Leone at first, nobody out. Kelton, a 5-time All-Star in the minors. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8 game appearances this year for Chicago. 1 for 10 at the plate. That one hit a double. Now the 1-2. Line into center field. Another base hit. Played on the bounce out there by DeVanning. Stopping at second base is Leone. So now Iowa in business with runners at first and second base and nobody out. So now here's Casey Kopinski, who has struck out in singles, scored a run in his 2 plate appearances. So now Iowa with the tying run at second base and the go-ahead run at first. Oh, Joel Peralta struggling out of the gate. First pitch to Kopinski on the way. Breaking ball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Joel Peralta. Taking a lot of time in between pitches. Now the 1-strike pitch to Kopinski. Smash towards short. Sorensen's got it to second for 1. Throwers relay to first in time. 6-4-3 double play. A pitcher's best friend. On the play, Leone goes to second base. And with that double play, another $5 goes to the United Way, courtesy of the Taco Maker. So now runner at third, 2 out. The tying run 90 feet away for Trinidad Hubbard, who is yet to be retired. He walked and scored in the first, singled in the second, and hit a 2-run home run fourth. That was the 109th double play turned by the Stingers this year, making the total donation $545. So thank you, Taco Maker. First pitch to Hubbard. Breaking ball, strike at the knees on the outside corner, 0-1. Burrito babies are the hottest item right now at Taco Maker. 3 crisp bean burrito babies, lightly fried in a half corn, half flour tortilla, filled with homemade beans and cheese for only $1.89. And there's sour cream or your favorite hot sauce to dip them in. No balls, 1 strike the count on Hubbard. Peralta working out of the windup. And the pitch is the breaking ball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leone the tying run at third with 2 outs. Now Peralta ready, the 2-strike delivery. Strike called, a breaking ball in the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. Cole Peralta, 5'11", 160 in his 7th year. Last outing gave up a run on 2 hits with 4 walks against Omaha on August the 6th. Now again 1-2 to Hubbard. Fastball fouled over the roof to the right of home plate, now to play. 1-2 the count on the veteran Trinidad Hubbard. Originally drafted in the 12th round of 1986 out of Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Now the pitch, just missed outside. With a slider, 2-2 the count on Hubbard. Richard Lewis, the second baseman, is on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Swing and a miss and a splitter. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. Halfway through this scheduled 9-rounder. It's the Stingers 6 and Iowa 5 on ESPN 1230.
Most days a great round of golf feels completely out of reach.
Oh, funky dog-loving Dublin anchors.
Slice, shank, hook, pull, or just miss.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
No matter your handicap, you have the chance to play the greatest round of your life when you tee it up with the Huntsman Cancer Institute at Thanksgiving Point and Promontory Ranch Club, August 12th and 13th. You can support their work with the most meaningful golf you can play. After the scores are tallied, Huntsman Cancer Institute is celebrating this year's donation gifts of companies, individuals, and organizations with a special evening of fun and entertainment at the Celebration of Hope Gala Dinner in Austin at the Salt Lake Marriott Downtown Hotel the evening of August 13th. So join us in celebration of the continuing work in progress at the Huntsman Cancer Institute.
I'll take a 9 on this one.
Please call Huntsman Cancer Institute for more information or log on to huntsmancancer.org. Special thanks to Deseret Power, Zions Bank, KJAZ TV, and RC Willis.
So, when's the last time you got a bonus? Well, now you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks when you buy a 2003 Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle. Yeah, use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. You can also take advantage of great low financing. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele today for your bonus buck, and you can cruise the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
6-5 Stingers over Iowa. It'll be Dallas McPherson, Shane Halter, and Jake Thrower. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the Stingers batting order against right-hander Kevin McGlinchey. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Iowa defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directors Company. Trinidad Hubbard, Calvin Murray, David Kelton in left, center, and right. Donnie Leone at third, Cookie Dawkins at short, Richard Lewis at second base, and Russ Johnson's at first. Battery of Kevin McGlinchey pitching and Casey Kopitsky catching. McPherson at the plate is grounded to first, and he is popped to short. First pitch on the way. A breaking ball into the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Dallas. Still looking for that hit to extend his streak to 8 games. Takes a breaking ball low and inside to the left-hand batter. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The outfield straightaway. Now McGlinchey ready. The pitch. Low and inside again. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Salt Lake. 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for Iowa. Now McGlinchey ready. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Dallas. And a twilight doubleheader here tomorrow. 6 o'clock game time. So we'll be on the air at 5:40. Now the 2-2. Smack foul into the upper deck to the left of home plate. And then 7 o'clock on Wednesday to wrap up the series and the homestand. For the Stingers, enjoy their last off day on the schedule on Thursday. And then open up a 4-game series at Portland against the Beavers on Friday. Now McGlinchey, the 2-2 again. That handle foul back into the screen. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Angels have scored 2 in the 9th to tie the Royals 3-3, and they still have runners at second and third with 1 out. They made it 3-2 on an RBI single by Sean Figgins. A wild pitch just scored Alfredo Amezaga. Now the 2-2 to McPherson. That foul slicing deep into the seats down the left field line. So it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 count. McPherson leading off for the Stingers here in the 5th. McGlinchey's pitch swung on, deep drive to right. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's up there, it's out there, and it's called a foul ball. At the angle we're looking at, there's no way that that's a foul ball. But one of the problems, again, in the Pacific Coast League, not only at this ballpark, but every single ballpark in the PCL, the foul poles are not built high enough, and it leaves too much to the guesswork of the umpires, and it seems like more often than not they're wrong on calling that ball fair or foul. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss to the breaking ball. He struck him out. First strikeout for McGlinchey, and there's one down here in the fifth. That'll bring up Shane Halter. Now, obviously, those kinds of calls that have both helped Salt Lake go over the years, or in that case, hurt it. Well, looking at where that ball landed, I don't think physically possible for that to be fouled. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Shane Halter homered back in the second. Drove in a run with a single in the third. 6-5 Salt Lake here in the fifth. The pitch. Strike. A breaking ball in the outside corner under the belt. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Now McGlinchey's pitch. A little bit low. 1-2 the count on the right-hand batter. Halter, with his 2 hits tonight, extends his hitting streak with the Stingers now to 5 games. 1-2 pitch, pop foul, back over the roof and out of play. So we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Six-5 Salt Lake here in the fifth. Now McGlinchey's pitch. Halter takes low for a ball, 2-2. With McPherson striking out, it's the first time in the 5 innings of this game that the leadoff man hasn't reached for the Stingers in this game. Swing and a miss at a fastball. McGlinchey, who did not strike out a single batter over the first 4 innings, has fanned the first 2 here in the fifth. So now here's Jake Thrower, who drove in a run with a sacrifice fly his last time up. Angels have now taken the lead on a throwing error by the Kansas City second baseman. But the Angels lead 5-3. First pitch to Thrower. Fastball in into the letters for a strike, and it's 2-1. No balls, 1 strike. 6-5 Salt Lake here in the bottom of the fifth. Now McGlinchey's pitch. Thrower swings and lines a base hit into left field. Played on the rollout there by Trinidad Hubbard. And so Thrower is aboard with a 2-out single. That is their 12th hit of the ball game. Brings up Brian Gordon, who's 0 for 2. He's flied to left and popped to second base. So 2 outs and a runner at first for the Stingers here in the fifth. For the moment, anyway, the Iowa bullpen is quiet. Now McGlinchey ready. The pitch. There goes Thrower. The pitch is hit deep down the right field line, but this one is well foul. Right size, wrong shape. But that skips off the concession stand into the parking lot. No balls, 1 strike the count on Brian Gordon. Thrower back at first base. He's 4 out of 6 in the stolen base department this year. Now McGlinchey ready. The pitch to Brian. Breaking ball inside at the knees. 1-1 the count. McGlinchey last year, 17 appearances. I think that's 12 appearances with Long Island 1-1 with an ERA of 9. Signed as a free agent July 28th. From Monterrey, as the Mexican League schedule has been completed. One ball, 1 strike the count on Gordon. McGlinchey ready. The pitch. Swing and a smash up the middle over second base into center field for a single. Thrower takes the turn and holds at second base as Murray converges quickly on that ball. And so back-to-back singles for the Stingers after 2 outs. That'll bring up Tom Gregorio, 2 for 2. He rifled a double into the right field corner his first time up. Last time he looped a single into shallow center. As once again, Iowa pitching coach Rick Kranitz goes out to the mound and talk things over with McGlinchey, as well as buy some time for the left-hander in the bullpen. So a left-hander thrown in the bullpen for Iowa. I believe that's Jimmy Anderson. So 2 on, 2 out for the Stingers here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-5, Salt Lake. Cleveland has scored 3 in the 9th, is still batting, leading at Chicago over the White Sox. 12-8. Complete rundown of all the scores coming up at the top of the 6th. So 2 on, 2 out for the Stingers here in the 5th. Couple of 2-out singles. The pitch. Low and outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count on Gregorio. Infield back, the outfield pretty much straight away. Calvin Murray in center, maybe shaded a couple of steps towards left center. Time called as Gregorio steps out. Now Tom back in. McGlinchey stares in at his catcher, Krupitsky. A 1-0 pitch to Gregorio. Swinging a roller towards third. Leone up with it, throws to second, and gets the force out on Gordon to retire the side. So the Stingers threaten after 2 outs, but they do not score. 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. After 5, it's the Stingers 6 and Iowa 5 on ESPN 1230.
Dale Shanzi from Totally Awesome Computers. And computers, it's very important that you get good service with it. So I was going to show you how pathetic Dell support is by calling them live on the air to give you a demonstration, but there's no way I've been able to get a hold of them in the time it takes to make this commercial. So let me just call a Totally Awesome Computer store and show you how service is supposed to be done, where you have real people answer the phone. Check this out. This is a real call.
Totally Awesome Computers, this is Andy. We can do anything for you. Love you. How may I help you?
Hi there. Hey, do you guys cover viruses under your warranty?
We sure do. We'll take care of that for you.
Really? What if I don't want to do anything and I don't want to download stuff? Can I just bring it to you and have you just take care of it for me?
I would love to do that for you.
What's that cost?
It's free. It's no charge. It's under warranty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Can you see the difference? At Totally Awesome Computers, we actually have service.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill shows Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
All right, we go to the 6th inning. Stingers leading 6-5. Joel Peralta beginning his 2nd inning of relief. He'll face Richard Lewis, Calvin Murphy, and Jason DuBois, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Iowa batting order. It's also time to update you on what's happening tonight in the PCL and Major League Baseball. Under the Lights, brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal Light Bulb. Check out the Reveal Bulb, your locally owned Dates Hardware store. Richard Lewis, 1 for 3, with an RBI single in the 1st. Now Joel ready, the 1, the first pitch to Lewis. High and inside with an off-speed pitch, ball 1. Both Portland and Tacoma lost tonight, so the Rainiers will still lead the Beavers by a half game in the North Division race. 1-0 pitch to Lewis on the way. Swinging a foul back into the screen. Strike 1. 1-1 the count as Oklahoma shut out Portland 5-0. John Wasden, a 3-hitter. He's now 6-1. Pete Sacalillo with his 20th home run of the year for Oklahoma. And New Orleans hunted Tacoma 9-4. 1-1 pitch, foul. The fastball back, 1-2. Another win for the former Kearns High School star, Brandon Duckworth. He's now 3-2 for New Orleans. They're in the 3rd at Colorado Springs. Still Sacramento leading the Sky Sox 3-0. Now the wind by Peralta, the 1-2. Popped up first base side. Foul. Kochman gives chase, but it's 5 rows deep. So the count remains 1-2. In the fifth at Albuquerque, the Isotopes and Fresno are tied 2-2. In the third at Tucson, Memphis leads the Sidewinders 3-0. And after 2 in Las Vegas, the 51s lead Nashville 2-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lewis. As Peralta deals. Swing and a miss over a splitter. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Joel Fitt. The Stingers pitching in the ball game. 1 out. Here's Calvin Murray, 1 for 3. Reached on a bunt single his last time up in the American League. Cleveland led Chicago 8-0 after 5.5. The White Sox put up a 7 spot in the bottom of the 6th. Each team exchanged a run in the 7th and 8th. As Peralta deals, swinging a chopper pass down the shortstop. Sorensen charges and has the ball go off his glove, batting it towards first base. And so Murray is aboard at first. But the Indians have now scored 4 of the 9th. They're still batting and leading the White Sox 13-8. Omar Vizquel, Travis Hafner, Ben Broussard, and former Buzz third baseman Casey Blake have homered for the Indians. An error charged to Sorensen on the play. Jose Valentin has homered twice for Chicago. 1 on, 1 out. Jason Du Bois, 2 for 2 plus a walk. The pitch. Off speed and over. Today's a strike going 1. Angels rally with 4 runs in the 9th to beat Kansas City 5-3. Troy Percival sets the Royals down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 9th. The Angels complete their 4-game series sweep. The 0-1. Swing and a miss with a fastball away. 0-2. Kevin Gregg gets the win in relief for Anaheim. This afternoon, Baltimore blasted Texas 7-3. Melvin Moore, a pair of home runs. The Yankees lost at home to Toronto. The Blue Jays win it 5-4. The 0-2. Fastball high. 1-2 the count on Du Bois. Oakland topped Minnesota 8-2. And Tampa Bay beat Curt Schilling and the Red Sox at Fenway 8-3. 1 game in the National League. Colorado dumped Philadelphia 4-2. The Rockies rallied with 3 in the 8th. Now the 1-2 pitch to Du Bois. Swing and a miss. The slider away. He struck him out. Third strikeout in 4 batters for Peralta. There's 2 down here in the 6th. Now here's Russ Johnson, who's walked twice and flied to center field. He's 0 for 1 officially. Colorado, Philadelphia, the only game played tonight in the National League. A runner at first, 2 out. Peralta ready to throw to first, and the runner's back. 6-5 Salt Lake. We're in the 6th. Each team scored 2 in the first. Stingers 1 in the 2nd. Iowa 1 in the 3rd to tie it at 3. Stingers scored 3 in the 3rd to take the lead again. Iowa got 2 back in the 4th. Pitch to Johnson, a changeup, backs Johnson away from the plate. Ball 1 to the right-hand batter. Johnson, the SEC Player of the Year in '94 at LSU. One ball, no strikes to the right-hand batter. Now Peralta's pitch. Misses low, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Johnson. Johnson started 30 games for Tampa Bay in 2002. Now the pitch, bring ball downstairs, 3-0. Coming into this season, Johnson tied with Randy Winn for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays all-time lead with 12 pinch hits. Now the 3-0 pitch from Peralta, swinging on 3-0. He taps it foul. First base side, 3-1. The count on Russ Johnson. Two out, a runner at first. Murray reaching on the error by Sorensen. First error of the game for the Stingers. They're 106th of the year. 3-1 the count. The pitch. Up high, ball 4. So now the Cubs have the potential tying run in scoring position at second base. The potential go-ahead run at first. 2 outs for Cookie Dawkins. Dawkins drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the first. Walked to the third, popped to the second baseman thrower in the fourth. Boy, that was scary yesterday when you saw the Dodgers' Brad Penny deliver a pitch and hold his bicep, then tried to throw a warm-up, and it hurt even more. Hurt just watching it. The pitch to Dawkins, a fastball strike to the outside corner at the knee, 0-1. I guess the good news at this point for the Dodgers is that it's not all that serious, they say. It's a strained right bicep, expected to miss one start. Now the 0-1 to Dawkins from Peralta. Swings late on a fastball, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. It was Penny's second start after being acquired in a trade with the Marlins. The MRI exam today revealed there were neither tears nor structural damage. I thought at one time it was worse just because of the pain in Penny's upper arm. 0-2 to Dawkins. He reaches out and punches it foul off the facing of the upper deck on the first base side of home plate. The count remains 0-2. At this point, Penny's scheduled to miss just one start for the Dodgers. 0-2 the count on Dawkins. The pitch. Strike 3 called. A breaking ball in the outer half of the plate above the knees. Dawkins, not particularly enthralled with the call, has words with home plate umpire Dave Ashley. No runs, no hits, an error, a walk, and 2 runners left on. Iowa has stranded 10 base runners for the first 6 innings, and after 5.5, it's the Stingers 6 and Iowa 5 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people who need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and a new pitcher comes on for Iowa. Left-hander Nate Bland comes on to pitch. And for Bland, this will be his 43rd appearance of the season. Bland, 6-4 with 1 save and a 4.55 earned run average. The PCL batting .291 against left-hander Nate Bland. Kevin McGlinchey goes 5 innings, gives up 13 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 2 strikeouts and a walk, with 2 home runs allowed. Bland is 6'5", 220-pound left-hander. The first pitch to the man, up high, ball 1. Jeff has homered, singled, and lined to Kelton in deep right. Right-hander now up in the Iowa bullpen as the 1-0 comes home. Devannon takes high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Originally a fourth-round pick of the Dodgers in '93. Split his time last year between New Orleans and Houston. Making his major league debut last year with the Astros. The pitch, a breaking ball low, ball 3. 3-0 the count. And did not face the Stingers in the 4 games Salt Lake played with New Orleans last season. He was with the Astros at the time. Now the 3-0 pitch to Devaney. Fastball in at the knees is strike 3-1. Bland's last outing on August the 6th. Gave up 2 runs on 2 hits in 1 inning against Edmonton. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a foul coming back onto the roof out of play. And that filled the count at 3-2. Count's gone from 3-0 to 3-2. 6-5 Stingers here in the 6th. Now the lefty Bland ready. The payoff pitch to Devaney. Swinging a ground foul into the Iowa dugout at 3rd and out. Time now to find out who's hot and who's cold at the PCL. Brought to you by your Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Keep cool this summer and warm next winter. Visit any of your Utah area Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Nobody with any particularly long hitting streaks right now, as far as the individuals are concerned. 3-2 pitch to Devaney, low for ball 4, and the leadoff man's aboard for the Stingers here in the 6th. As Bland walks the leadoff man. That's the 16th time in 43 appearances that Bland has allowed the first batter face to reach. Now here's Zach Sorensen, who's walked, singled, and doubled in his 3 plate appearances. Team-wise, Iowa comes in having won 4 in a row. Memphis is hot, having won 5 in a row. Pitch to Sorensen. Fastball outside, ball 1. And Tucson's won 4 straight up the cold side. Nashville's lost 5 in a row. Edmonton has dropped 4 straight, as has Las Vegas. So that's who's hot and who's cold. In the PCL, brought to you by your Utah Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Move to first, and Devaney is back. We mentioned the good news in regards to the arm injury. The Dodgers' Brad Penny. The news not so good for the Phillies, as slugger Pat Burrell will be out for the rest of the season after having surgery on his wrist today. Now 1-0. Sorensen pushes the bunt foul. First base side. 1-1 the count. He injured himself in batting practice Tuesday. He had been hitting .263 with 18 homers and 68 runs added in. Earl hurt his wrist while taking a swing in batting practice that day. Surgery opted for rather than putting his wrist in a cast for 6 weeks and hope that it heals. Doesn't say in the story, though, which wrist it was. Here's a pitch fast up the middle and into center field, a base hit. Bannon will stop at second as Murray converts on the ball quickly. Zach Sorensen has his 3rd hit of the game, and the Stingers are in business with runners at first and second and nobody out. Here's Katie Kotzman, 2 for 3. Bounced to the mound his last time up. Trying to help their pitching staff, the Phillies acquired starter Corey Lytle from Cincinnati for a pair of minor leaguers and a player to be named later. So 2-1, nobody out as the Stingers try to add to their 6-5 lead. It's to Kotzman. Swung on line, right field, tilts it, can't get it in for a base hit. Here comes Devaney around 3rd. He will score. The throw to second base, and Kotzman is out. But it's an RBI single for Casey with Sorensen to 3rd, and the Stingers now lead 7-5. Kotzman drives in his 2nd run of the ball game. The Stingers still, though, have a runner at 3rd. With 1 out, 9-3-6 on the putout. The batter will be Andres Galarraga, who's 1 for 3. And that, by the way, is our Geico Insurance run of the game, as the Stingers, for the first time, extend their lead after the 5th inning. Rex Olson, your local Geico rep, will donate $10 to the Air Force Fund for every Geico Insurance run of the game. Pitch to Galarraga. Big cut comes up empty. A strike. He waved at a changeup. 0-1. That's the 33rd Banco Insurance run of the season. And the total donation $330. No balls, one strike on the big cap with a runner at third, one out, the infield drawn in. The pitch inside at the knees, and the count's even a 1 ball, 1 strike. 7-5 Stingers here in the 6th. They need 3 more runs to tie a franchise record of 4 straight games in double digits. The 1-1. Galarraga takes a breaking ball low and inside, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. White Sox today option former Stinger catcher Jamie Burke back to AAA Charlotte. 2-1. Big cut cut up empty, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One out, a runner at third. Stingers with a 2-run lead here in the 6th at 7-5. Now Bland looks in, and the catcher Kopitsky goes out to have a word with it. White Sox scored 3 in the bottom of the 9th, but that leaves them 2 runs short. 13-11, Cleveland the winner. So all the action in the major leagues has been completed. Two balls, 2 strikes. The home plate umpire Dave Ashwick now going out to the mound to break up the conversation. Sorensen at third, 1 out. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count on Galarraga. Now Bland's pitch. Swing and a tap foul at home plate, back into the left. Over towards the Iowa dugout. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nate Bland in his first inning of relief in this ball game. Delivers the 2-2 to Galarraga. Low with a breaking ball. The count's full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stingers leading by 2. It's 7-5. Pitch. Swinging a tap foul on a breaking ball. Galarraga just did get a piece of it, stay alive. So we'll do it again at 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a tonight doubleheader tomorrow beginning at 6. 3-2 the count. Now Bland ready, the payoff pitch. He struck him out on a curveball down and in. That is the first strikeout for Bland, the 3rd for Iowa pitching in the ballgame. So 2 out, and here's Dallas McPherson, who's 0 for 3. Struck out swinging his last time up. A runner at third, 2 out. A run in, Stingers leading 7-5. Bland will work from the windup with a runner at third and 2 out. Bland ready. First pitch to McPherson on the way. Third ball low and outside. Left-hand batter, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Bland ready, the 1-0. Fastball low and inside to the left-hand batter. 2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes. Outfield shaded around towards left for Dallas. The 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stingers with a 2-run lead here in the 6th, but a long way to go. 2-1. Swung on and popped up. Out into short center. Dawkins out. Murray in. Murray there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Stingers, though, get a run on 2 hits. No errors, and they lead 1 runner. We move along to the 7th. It's the Stingers 7, Iowa 5 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, this is Dan, the laptop man from PC Laptops. We're expanding, we're growing, and we're hiring like crazy. You want a great paying job with great benefits at a place that they love you? PC Laptops. We love you at PC Laptops. Are you enthusiastic? Honest? Do you love computers? Do you love technology? Do you love people? Do you got tons of energy? Well, come into any one of our PC Laptop locations and apply. We're hiring right now, expanding like crazy. Or call us at 568-9944. That's 568-9944. We're hiring salespeople, technicians, outgoing, enthusiastic people. So call us right now, 568-9944. Hey, and if you need a laptop computer, you know where to go. PC Laptops, home of the lifetime service guarantee. Because remember, at PC Laptops, we love you. Featuring Intel Centrino Oval technology.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the Big Green Monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is keyed in cars. If you ever scratch, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
We go to the 7th inning. Joel Peralta beginning his 3rd frame of relief. It'll be down in the own on David Kelton and Casey Kopinski, the bottom 3rd of the Iowa order to face Peralta. Stingers now with a 2-run lead. At 7-5. By the way, that's the left wrist that was operated on for Pat Burrell of Philadelphia. Leone takes a changeup outside of the knees. Ball 1. Leone 1 for 3 with a single, and that was off of Peralta, leading off the 5th inning. At the 1-0, swung on and sliced foul into the upper deck down the left field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good crowd on hand here on a Monday night. Haven't received an attendance figure as of yet, but a pretty good crowd. Stingers entering the night 7th in the league with an average of 6,467. Right behind Oklahoma. 1-1. Swung on. That side to shallow left. Shane Halter coming in. Still coming in. Now waiting for it. Makes the catch for out number 1. Leone retired. 1 away. And that'll bring up David Kelton. Kelton 1 for 3 with a single his last time up. Oklahoma averaging 66-31, so they're averaging 164 more per game. And the Stingers, the first pitch to the right-hand hitting Kelton. Foul back into the screen. Strike 1. No balls. 1 strike count. Stingers bullpen is quiet, but a right-hander is up in the Iowa pen. Now the 0-1. Inside as Kelton jumps back out of the way. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1, the big right-hand batter. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield towards left. Playing Kelton the pull as the 1-2 comes home. Foul back over the roof and out of play. So it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kelton. Here in the top of the 7th, Stingers leading 7-5. They've out-hit Iowa 15-9. Now the 1-2. Just a little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 9,128 the paid in Oklahoma City tonight. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss and a breaking ball. He struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Joel Peralta, number 8 for Stingers pitching in the ball game. 2 out. Here's Casey Kopitsky, 1 for 3. Grounded into a double play last time up. Stinger crowd right around that, so they won't gain much, if any, ground on Oklahoma in the intended trace. First pitch to Kopitsky, bounced over down up the middle. The shortstop Sorensen to his left. Had it in short center and throws a strike to first for the out. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Cubs at 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time here at Franklin Covey Field. Brought to you by Upper Limit Fitness, now with 3 locations: Salt Lake, Orem, and Layton. Upper Limit Fitness will help you stretch a little further. After 6.5, it's Stingers 7, Iowa 5 on ESPN 1230.
Most days, a great round of golf feels completely out of reach. Oh, fucking dog-loving upland anchors! Slice, shank, hook, pull, or just miss. Oh, for the love of Pete! No matter your handicap, you have the chance to play the greatest round of your life when you tee it up with the Huntsman Cancer Institute at Thanksgiving Point and Promontory Ranch Club, August 12th and 13th. You can support their work with the most meaningful golf you can play. After the scores are tallied, Huntsman Cancer Institute is celebrating this year's donation gifts of companies, individuals, and organizations with a special evening of fun and entertainment, a celebration of Hope Gala dinner and auction at the Salt Lake Marriott Downtown Hotel the evening of August 13th. So join us in celebration of the continuing work in progress at the Huntsman Cancer Institute.
I'll take a 9 on this one.
Please call Huntsman Cancer Institute for more information or log on to huntsmancancer.org. Special thanks to Marriott Hotels, KFan Radio, and Citadel Communications.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
Now, back to more Stinger baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Stingers out in front of the ball game by a score of 7-5. On the pitch for Iowa, just sent down from Chicago. It is right-hander Todd Wellmeyer. Wellmeyer, 6 appearances on the year. 4 of them starts for the Iowa Cubs. So this is his 3rd relief appearance. He's 0-1 with a 4.76 ERA. PCL batting .256 against Wellmeyer, who is 1-0 in 12 games with a 2.25 ERA for Chicago. Shane Halter, Jake Thrower, Brian Gordon, 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up to face Wellmeyer. First pitch, pop foul, out of play to the right of home plate, strike 1. So Mike Quade making another connected wireless call. The bullpen. Get connected, stay connected with connected wireless. Call 205 free for the location nearest to you. Now the 0-1. Halter takes high, 1-1. Shane 2 for 3 with a couple of runs batted it. Stingers 7, Iowa 5 here in the 7th. Wellmeyer ready, the 1-1. Up high with a changeup, 2 balls and 1 strike. Wellmeyer back at Iowa as of August the 2nd. Now the 2-1. Fastball high, ball 3. 3-1 the count on Halter rather. Wellmeyer's last appearance August 6th against Edmonton. Pitched an inning in 2/3, gave up 1 hit, no runs with 2 walks and a strikeout. Now the 3-1 pitch to Halter. Ripped into left field, a base hit. For Shane, that's his 3rd hit of the ball game. The Stingers have the leadoff man aboard here in the 7th. 16th hit for Salt Lake. 6th time in 7 innings in which the Stingers have put the leadoff man on base. Now here's Jake Thrower, who's 1 for 2. Single to left his last time up. Wellmeyer last year became the first Cub to record a save in his major league debut. He did it in a 17-inning win for the Cubs at Milwaukee on May 15th. He struck out all three batters he faced in the bottom of the 17th. Eddie Perez, Royce Clayton, and Brooks Kieschnick. Pitch to thrower down low, ball one. It was also his first appearance of his professional career. Not a bad start. 0-1 in his start against the Stingers last year. 1-0 pitch to thrower. Long out, reaches out, taps it to the right side. Second baseman Lewis has it. Goes to second for one. To first, no. Can't turn the double play. Ball not hit hard enough. 4-6 on the force out of Halter, though, and there's one out here in the seventh. Here's Brian Gordon, 1 for 3. Time now to check out the standings in the major leagues. Brought to you by your local Associated Food Stores, featuring Western family brands. Only the best will do for you at Associated Food Stores. All the action in today in the major leagues, so we can update the standings to their completion right now. The pitch to Gordon. Low, ball one. Ryan 1 for 3. Yankees lead the Red Sox by 10.5 now in the AL East. Minnesota leads Cleveland by 5. Chicago by 6 in the AL Central. Anaheim now moves to second in the AL West, a game and a half behind Oakland. Swinging a foul. Back to the screen, 1-1. Texas now 2.5 back. In the National League East, Atlanta leads Philadelphia by 6, Florida by 8. In the Central, St. Louis leads Chicago by 11.5. And in the West, the Dodgers lead the Giants and the Padres by 6.5 games each. We'll update you on the wild card after the 1-1 to Gordon. A little bit low. 2-1 the count on Bryant. Two balls, one strike. The Angels now lead the wild card race in the American League. 2-1 to Gordon. Swing and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch. The count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A game ahead of Texas, and I believe a game ahead of the Red Sox. For a wild card spot. Now the 2-2 pitch to Gordon on the way. Strike 3 called on the inside corner at the knee. Gordon was buckled trying to get out of the way and stumbled over the plate. But Dave Ashwag rings him up, and there's 2 down here in the 7th. That'll bring up Tom Gregorio, who's 2 for 3. Iowa will have the top of their order due up in the 8th. Two out, a runner at first. The pitch. Low and inside. The right-hand batter, ball one. Again, the Angels lead the Red Sox and Texas by 1. Cleveland 4.5 back. Chicago 5.5 out of the American wild card. In the National League, the Cubs lead both the Padres and the Giants by 2. The Phillies by 3.5. The Marlins by 5.5. Pickoff throw to first, almost thrown away, but Johnson able to reach up and snare it at the last moment. Houston 6 back. Cincinnati trails by 7. Milwaukee and the Mets by 8.5. One ball to count on Gregorio as Wellmeyer deals. Inside at the knees, 2-0 the count. Start the breaking ball inside. Tried to bring it back over the corner, but missed. 2 balls, no strikes. A runner at first, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th. Stingers lead by just 2 runs despite out hitting Iowa 16-9. 2-0. That sinks low for ball 3. 3-0 the count. Yes, the plot thickens. 3 balls, no strikes. Jeff Devannon on deck. The pitch. High and inside, he walked him. That's the 3rd walk given up by Iowa pitching in the ball game. The Stingers now have runners at first and second, with 2 out for Jeff Devannon. 2 for 3 with a couple of runs scored and 1 run batted in as he led off the bottom of the 1st with a solo homer over the wall in left center field. Colorado Springs second to Iowa in the Central Division by 6 games, leading Sacramento 6-5 in the 8th. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch to Devannon. Swinging a ground ball right side. Backhanded by Johnson. The long underhand toss. In time for the out, and that retires the side. So no runs on all that. One hit. 2 runners left on base. We go to the 8th. Stingers 7, Iowa 5 on ESPN 1230.
It's a great day at Tim Daly Nissan of Murray, Utah's #1 Nissan dealer. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Mark from accounting. Can I talk with Sean?
Oh, sorry. Sean is busy high-fiving a customer on their purchase of the new 2004 Nissan. They just saved $6,200.
What? $6,200 off?
Yeah, and gas for a year. Oh, wait, now he's singing happy birthday to Mr. Jeffers. He just saved up to $3,500 on a great used vehicle because it's his birthday and all.
Okay, I can handle this. As long as we're not matching down payments up to $3,000.
Oh, yeah, $3,000 on any new or used vehicle. All makes, all models. You know, Tim Daly Nissan of Murray will do whatever it takes.
Oh.
And, Mark, we're giving tires for life with every purchase.
For life?
Yep, plus no payments for 90 days. Plus 0% financing OAC. Hello? Mark? Hello?
Whatever it takes to put you in a new or used vehicle this week. Tim Daly Nissan of Murray, 4528 South Bay.
Comes out for the Stingers here in the 8th, trying to hold on to a 2-run lead. He'll face the top of the order, Trinidad Hubbard, Richard Lewis, and Calvin Murray. For Greg Jones, his 26th appearance for Salt Lake. He's won 1 and lost 3 with 2 saves and a 4.34 earned average. The PCL batting .275 against right-hander Greg Jones. So Greg Jones on. Did not face Iowa last year. Joel Peralta, 3 shutout innings, allowed 2 hits, striking out 5 and walking 1. Probably is in line for the win if the Stingers can hold on, as Corey Lee, the starter, did not go the necessary 5 innings. Trinidad Hubbard, the batter, the pitch low, ball 1. Hubbard has walked, singled to the 2-run homer, and struck out tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. Greg is generally pitched well in his first inning, but not well in his second. Gave up a run on 2 hits in 2 innings against Omaha on Saturday as he delivers low to Hubbard, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Now a lefty up in the Iowa bullpen. 2-0 to Hubbard. Strike at the knees in the outer half of the plate. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 7-5 Stingers here in the 8th. There's a pitch grounded toward short. Up with it, Soren. A long throw on targeted in time for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Richard Lewis. Well, that's a big out to get. Retire that leadoff hitter in a situation like this. And now here's Lewis, who singled in a run in the first. Instead, he's bounced into an inning-ending fielder's choice. Grounded out and struck out. Calvin Murray on deck. First pitch to Lewis. Down for a strike, and it's 0-1. This shakeup at the Stingers lineup brought to you by Jake's Over the Top. It's the season for fresh berry shakes. At Jake's Over the Top, now serving fresh strawberry and Bear Lake raspberry shakes. Now the 0-1. Lewis takes a fastball outside of the belt. 1-1. Jake's, they don't stop at the top. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Richard Lewis. 1 out here in the 8th. Stingers leading 7-5. The 1-1. Swinging a ground ball foul in between the coach's box, the bag at third. And the count on Lewis goes to 1-2. A 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lewis out of the box momentarily, now back in. The pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. So it's still 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lewis out of the batter's box momentarily, and now back in. The pitch. Up high with a fastball. 2-2 count on Lewis. Greg Jones, 6'2", 190 in his 8th year. Start of the year on the disabled list with shoulder tendonitis after closing out last year with the Angels. 2-2 pitch is chopped foul outside the coach's box at third. So it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two into the count on Lewis, making Jones work. He's fouled off a couple here. Now the pitch. Swing, a roller left side. And off the glove of McPherson, deflecting to the shortstop Sorensen. No play. Softly hit counter to third, but McPherson unable to make the play. That's the second Stingers error of the ball game. So now runner at first, and Calvin Murray stands in, representing the potential tying run. Murray 1 for 4 in the ball game. He reached on a bunt single back in the 4th. Now the catcher Gregorio out to talk things over with Greg Jones. Runner at first base. 1 out. Here in the 8th. Now Jones ready. The pitch. Fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Greg Jones, the third pitcher employed by manager Mike Crumley in this ballgame. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss with a slider. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. One and 2 to the right-hand batter with Jason DuBois. 2 next. Infield, double play depth. They've turned 1 in this game. The 0-2. Swung on and lifted foul. Out of play down the right field side. Still 0-2. Tough, though, to turn 2 against the speedy Calvin Murray. So 0-2 the count on the right-hand batter. First base Salt Lake when he was with the Phoenix Firebirds in 95. 0-2 pitch into the dirt. 1-2 the count. He's faced Salt Lake with Phoenix, Fresno, Las Vegas, and now Iowa. Member of the 1992 U.S. Olympic team in Barcelona, hitting .414. A 1-2. Popped up, shallow right. Thrower out, Gordon racing in. Jake on the way, makes the over-the-shoulder grab for the out. 2 down. That'll bring up Jason DuBois. Thrower getting back out there quickly because Gordon wasn't going to be able to get that one. So now here's DuBois, who singled in the first, hit a solo homer in the third, walked in the 4th, and struck out swinging in the 6th. That loss for Curt Schilling tonight against Tampa Bay, his first loss of the year, pitching at Fenway Park. First pitch to DuBois. Outside ball 1. Tampa Bay with 4 homers up for Schilling. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Didn't take long for the Yankee fans to start getting on Esteban Loaiza as he got booed after leaving the game. Fastball high, 2-0. Toronto beat the Yankees 5-4. At one time, the Blue Jays led 5-0. 2-0 the count on DuBois. Richard Lewis on at first on the benefit of an error. Now Jones the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. DuBois, a 14th round pick in 2000 by Chicago out of Virginia Commonwealth. He was actually picked up by Toronto the past December in the Rule 5 draft, but returned by Jays in mid-March. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on DuBois. Stingers at the bottom of the 8th will have Sorensen, Kochman, and Galarraga due up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. He struck him out swinging. Looked like a slider, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Stingers 7, Iowa 5 on ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the Big Green Monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place colors Kias and cars. If your bumper's scratched or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Denpro Colors comes along. Denpro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENPRO. That's 877-DENPRO. Denpro Colors, automotive excellence.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Call to the bullpen for the Iowa Cubs as they bring in a right-handed pitcher, or rather a left-handed pitcher, Will Ullman. Will Ullman coming on to pitch. He has missed the last 2 seasons due to injury after the Tommy John elbow surgery in January of 2002. Ullman making his 34th appearance for Iowa this year, his 33rd out of the bullpen. He's 3-2. With a 4.20 or 4.02 earned run average, PCL batting .272 against Ullman. First pitch on the way, and it's a curveball low and inside to Zach Sorensen. Todd Wellmeyer went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Dusty Bergman up in the Stingers bullpen. Pitch to Sorensen, low and outside for a ball. Sorensen 3 for 3 plus a walk in this one. On the left-hander ready, the pitch. Strike, in at the knees, 2-1. Ullman, the 4th different pitcher used tonight by manager Mike Quade for Iowa. There's a pitch, chop foul through the coach's box at third. 2-2 the count. Sorensen, Kochman, Galarraga. Two up here in the 8th. Now the left ready, Ullman's pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. He struck him out, dropped third strike for first in time for the out. Sorensen retired for the first time tonight. 1 away, that'll bring up Casey Kochman. Kochman 3 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Ullman, prior to his elbow surgery in 2002, 1-1. 17 major league appearances with Chicago. Pitch on the way, smack towards the middle and pass. Richard Lewis into right center field as Casey Kochman has his 4th hit of the ball game. That gives Kochman now 17 hits in his last 24 at bats. Now here's Galarraga 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored back in the 3rd. A's today put pitcher Chad Bradford on the disabled list, a sprained back. So 1 on, 1 out for Galarraga. Holman ready, the pitch. Fastball, strike at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 7-5 Salt Lake here in the 8th. And the 9th Iowa will have Johnson, Dawkins, and Leone, the 5, 6, and 7 at a 2 up. The 0-1. Swung on, grounded toward short. Dawkins has it to second for 1. The throw to first, a double play. And that retired the side. Second double play hit it to by Galarraga tonight. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on base. We go to the 9th. It's the Stingers 7 and Iowa 5 on ESPN 1230.
When's the last time you got a bonus, just like that? Well, a $2,000 bonus is waiting for you at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele, because between now and the end of August, you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks for the purchase of a 2003 Honda VTZ 1800 motorcycle. You can use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. And right now, you can ride off with a Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle with 3.9% fixed APR for up to 3 years and 0 down payment upon approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele and use $2,000 in bonus bucks on parts or accessories. With your new gear, you're going to be cruising the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offered through August 31st, 2004. Financing available to qualified buyers to July 31st, 2004. Payment at Apple, 36 monthly payments, $29.48 for each $1,000 finance. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details. So, when's the last time you got a bonus? Well, now you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks when you buy a 2003 Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle. Yeah, use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. You can also take advantage of great low financing. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele today for your bonus bucks. You can cruise the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offered good through August 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Dusty Bergman on for the Stingers now as we go to the 9th inning. Dusty trying to record his first save of the season. Greg Jones went 1 inning, gave up no runs, no hits. He struck out of it. Bergman on the air making his 36th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 2.76 ERA. BCL batting .262 against left-hander Dusty Bergman. 9,524 the pay. The first pitch fastball is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Johnson, who's 0 for 1 plus 3 walks. Bergman delivers a fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch. Fastball struck 1-2. Again, Dusty's insertion into the ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another connected wireless call to the bullpen. Strike 3 call, a breaking ball in the inside corner at the knees. Johnson called out on strikes, and there's 1 down here in the 9th. That'll bring up Dookie Dawkins. Dawkins 0 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice fly with a run batted in back in the first inning. The pitch, Dawkins takes high and outside, ball 1. Bergman has been unscored on in his last 4 appearances, totaling 7 1/3 innings. Allowing only 1 hit with 8 strikeouts and 1 walk. The 1-0 to Dawkins, swing and a foul. They don't play it, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Stingers, Heather, trying to win 4 in a row for the first time since mid-April when they had a 6-game winning streak. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Dawkins. The infield back to the outfield. A couple of steps around towards left. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Stingers with Halter, Devannon, and Gordon left, center, and right. McPherson, Sorensen, Thrower, and Kochman, the infield third to first. A battery of Bergman pitching and Gregorio catching. 1-2 the count on Dawkins. The pitch. He struck him out on a low and inside fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bergman to start the 9th. 2 down for Donnie Leone, who's 1 for 4. Fly to left his last time up. The Stingers 1 out away from their 4th straight victory. Pitch high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Donnie Leone. 7-5 Stingers. They've out hit Iowa 17-9. There's a pitch, ground ball sharply through the middle and into center field. A base hit. So now that allows Iowa the opportunity to bring the potential tying run to the plate. That's the 10th hit for Iowa. Here's David Kelton. He certainly has home run power. 1 for 4 on the night. He's hit 16 this year. 2 out, a runner at first. Bergman ready, and the pitch to Kelton. Breaking ball low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Then the infield back the outfield a little bit deeper and around towards left. As Bergman delivers the 1-0, swinging it to right field, a base hit. Leone will take the turn at second and advance to third. The throw comes into the bag at second. And now Iowa with runners at the corners and 2 out. And now Casey Kopinski, the batter. He's 1 for 4. Now Leone at third. Kelton represents the tie run over at first. So Bergman struck out the first 2 batters. Has now given up consecutive singles to Leone and Kelton to keep the Iowa hopes alive. Now Bergman ready. The pitch to Kopinski. A strike on the inside corner at the knees. A strike. Fastball, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. In the outfield, deep the infield back. Bergman ready with the 0-1. Foul out of play over the roof down the right field line. And now Dusty's ahead in the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Trinidad Hubbard on deck. Stingers hoping to see him bat next tomorrow rather than tonight. The 0-2 to Kopinski. Swinging a ground ball, base hit in the right field. Leone scores. Kelton around second on his way to third. And it's now a 7-6 ball game. Now here's the dangerous Trinidad Hubbard. So runners at first and third, 2 out. The tying run 90 feet away for Iowa. Hubbard on the night, 2 for 4, including a 2-run homer. Bergman's pitch. Fastball strike it under the letters, 0-1. He was ahead 0-2 on Kopinski before his hit. The other singles came on 1-0 pitches. Bergman looks in, gets the sign from Gregorio. The 0-1. Fastball up and in. Leans Hubbard back out of the way, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Bergman, the pitch. Foul back into the screen as Hubbard reaches out on 1. The count again, 1-2. Veteran right-handed batter. Hubbard came into this game 8th in the league with his .333 average. The fans making noise as the 1-2 comes home. He struck him out swinging on a fastball to win the game. And Dusty Bergman records the save. His first of the year. And for Dusty, just the 5th of his professional career. In the 9th inning for Iowa, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. Handshakes and high fives all around as the Stingers have now won 4 in a row. The final score, the Salt Lake Stingers 7 and the Iowa Cubs 6. We'll be back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
The game is over and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of tonight's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. Time now for the 10th inning shows. The Stingers defeat the Iowa Cubs tonight by a final score of 7-6. Here are the game totals for the Stingers: 7 runs on 17 hits, 2 errors, and 9 men left on base. For Iowa, 6 runs on 12 hits, no errors, and Iowa left 13 runners on base. The winning pitcher, Joe Peralta, now 4-2 on the year. Kevin McGlinchey takes the loss. He's 0-2. Dusty Berkman gives up a run in the ninth, but records his first save of the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 48 minutes, 9,613. The paid attendance here on Monday night. A pretty good crowd here on a Monday evening as they saw the Stingers keep up what they were doing against Omaha with their 6 runs across the first 3 innings of play. It looked like maybe they would tie the franchise record with 4 straight games in double-digit scoring, but they managed only 1 run the rest of the way, but that 1 run turned out to be the difference in the ball game. Casey Kotzman with a big game today, 4 for 5 with 2 runs batted in, including the game-winning RBI in that run in the 6th inning. 3 hits apiece for Shane Halter and Zach Sorensen as well. Good effort on the part of the bullpen after Corey Lee struggled through 4. Joel Peralta pitched 3 shutout innings for the win. Craig Jones is shutout 8. And then Dusty Berkman struck out the first 2 batters in the ninth before surrendering 3 straight singles to bring home a run. Putting people on pins and needles here before Trinidad Hubbard was Berkman's 3rd strikeout victim of the inning. And the Stingers have their 4th straight win. They're now 44-71 on the season, while Iowa for the year drops to 64-49. The Stingers with a 1-0 lead now on the season series between the Cubs and the Stingers, with a doubleheader scheduled here tomorrow at Franklin Covey Field. More on that a little bit later on. Right now it's time for tonight's Impossible Defensive Play of the Game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. And tonight, really not a whole lot to choose from as far as spectacular defense, if anything. Casey Kopitsky in the 7th inning hit a ground ball over the mound behind second base, but Zach Sorensen, ranging far to his left, was able to get to that ball and then throw on the run, get Kopitsky at first base for the out. So that's our impossible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. Gus may be short, but his selection of quality used cars sure isn't. Visit his new used car dealership at Jordan Landing. Stingers tonight a winner by a score of 7-6. We'll check the other scores around baseball right after this on ESPN 1230.
It's a great day at Tim Valley Nissan of Murray, Utah's #1 Nissan dealer. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Mark from accounting. Can I talk with Sean?
Oh, sorry. Sean is busy high-fiving a customer on their purchase of a new 2004 Nissan. They just saved $6,200.
What? $6,200 off?
Yeah, and gas for a year. Oh, wait, now he's singing happy birthday to Mr. Jeffers. He just saved up to $3,500 on a great used vehicle because it's his birthday and all.
Okay, I can handle this. As long as we're not matching down payments up to $3,000.
Oh, yeah, $3,000 on any new or used vehicle. All makes, all models. And, Tim Valley Nissan of Murray will do whatever it takes.
Oh.
And, Mark, we're giving tires for life with every purchase.
For life?
Yep, plus no payments for 90 days. Plus 0% financing OAC. Hello? Mark? Hello?
Whatever it takes to put you in a new or used vehicle this week. Tim Valley Nissan of Murray, 4528 South State.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
Franklin Covey Field, where the Stingers tonight were victorious over the Iowa Cubs by a final score of 7-6. And it's time now once again to find out what else happened under the lights tonight at the PCL as well as Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting at the new Reveal light bulb. You can check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Well, in that tight race in the PCL North, Portland trailing Tacoma by a half game at the start of the day. Well, it stays the same as both teams lost tonight. Portland losing at Oklahoma and Tacoma dropping their ball game tonight at New Orleans. Oklahoma, a shutout win over the Portland Beavers tonight by a final score of 5-0 down at the Bricktown Ballpark in Oklahoma City. Meanwhile, there was a 9-4 win for New Orleans over Tacoma down at Zephyr Field in New Orleans as the former Kearns High School star Brandon Duckworth gets the win for the Zephyrs. His record now 3 wins and 2 losses on the season. Waiting for the page to turn and give us an update on the other scores around the Pacific Coast League. They are in the 7th inning at Colorado Springs. Sky Sox leading Sacramento by a score of 6-5. In the 8th at Albuquerque, the Isotopes are on top of Fresno 6-4. In the 7th inning at Tucson, Memphis is blanking the Sidewinders 4-0. And in the 7th at Las Vegas, Nashville and the 51s are tied 2-2. All the Major League action has been completed for the night. Baltimore top Texas 7-3 as the slumping Rangers fall to 3rd now behind the Angels. Anaheim a winner tonight in Kansas City, rallying with 4 runs in the 9th to beat the Royals 5-3. Former Stinger Kevin Gregg gets the win. He's now 4-1 on the year. Oakland, though, retains first place by a half game over the Angels. They're 2.5 now ahead of Texas as Oakland pounded Minnesota today at the Metrodome 8-2. Elsewhere, it was Toronto jumping out to a 5-0 lead and holding out to beat the Yankees 5-4. At Boston, Tampa Bay hit 4 home runs off Curt Schilling in their 8-3 win over the Red Sox. Cleveland outlasted Chicago 13-11 at Comiskey Park, U.S. Cellular Field. And in the National League, in the only game, the Rockies rallied with 3 in the 8th to beat Philadelphia by a score of 4-2. And that's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. We'll come back with some of the scoring highlights from tonight's game right after this on ESPN 1230.
She's not. She is. I saw her this morning. In this weather? She wants everyone to know she's wearing Alan's letter jacket. I can't believe he'd give it up. I'd wear it. Alan's letter jacket looks awesome. He got it at Karen Pullman. A bowling center? Yeah, but Karen Pullman's is so much more. Dad bought Jeremy his ball, bag, and shoes there. And Jeremy got free instruction from a certified instructor. Dad also got monogrammed towels as a gift for Mom. She flipped out. Karen Pullman has all that? Hats, jackets, corporate logos, uniforms. If they can hoop it, they can sew it. At least I think that's what Dad's been mumbling. Karen, who can tell? Hey, if we're going to get our leather jackets at Karen Pullman, we're going to have to make them think it was their idea. So right.
For custom silk screening and embroidery, come to Karen Pullman's. Hats, bags, towels, team and work uniforms, and corporate logos. Buy your leather jacket at Karen Pullman's and the pins are free. Plus, get instruction on the lanes with any ball, bag, and shoes purchase. Just $99 from Karen Pullman's. Now open at 7990 South and 1300 East. Call 233-1101.
These days, education goes way beyond the classroom. Kids need something that can engage their minds and fuel their hunger to learn. And that's Comcast high-speed internet. For just 2 cents for 2 months, our high-speed internet connection is the only internet with the power to keep up with their imaginations. Up to twice as fast as DSL. Comcast downloads multimedia with lightning speed, so kids don't just study. It's on the beach in Normandy. Right over here. The British are coming! And walk on the moon. It's 2 cents for 2 months, and installation is just $9.99. Call 800-262-9072 today. Plug into Comcast and save your kids' education.
Content promotes for first and 4 months. No new products available. Installation limited to 1 outlet to 1 computer. Additional outlets extra. For restrictions apply. Call for details.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where Iowa jumped out in front 2-0 in the first inning. Trinidad Hubbard started things off with a walk. He stole second, and then Richard Lewis knocked him home. Says he doesn't really have an out pitch. It's whatever working best on a given night. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on smash through the mound and over second base into center field for a base hit. Hubbard takes the turn at third and comes home without a play. It's an RBI single for Richard Lewis, and it's 1-0 Iowa. 1-0 Iowa. Eventually, Lewis would be erased on a fielder's choice by Calvin Murray. He then moved to third on a single to center field. A walk to Russ Johnson loaded the bases, and a sacrifice fly by Cookie Dawkins made it 2-0 Iowa. Stingers came back to tie it, though, in the bottom of the first inning. Jeff Devannon led off with a long home run to left center field. Zach Sorensen walked. Moved to third on a single by Casey Kotzman that went off the body of the pitcher, McGlinchey, and out of the short right field. Sorensen then scored from third on the ground ball double play hit into by Andres Galarraga. So the game was tied 2-2 until Shane Halter led off the second inning with his third home run for the Stingers. And so that makes it a 3-2 Salt Lake lead. The Royals would tie it in the third on a solo homer by Du Bois. And then in the third inning, Zach Sorensen single, bringing up Casey Kotzman. McGlinchey ready. Here's the pitch to Kotzman. Swung on, and that's rifled up the alley in right center field. That ball's going to head all the way to the wall. Sorensen around second. He's to third. He's being sent on home. He'll score without a play. It's an RBI double for Casey Kotzman, and the Stingers are back out in front by a score of 4-3. 4-3, and then RBI single by Shane Halter. A sacrifice fly by Jake Thrower made it 6-3 in favor of Salt Lake, but Iowa would come right back in the fourth. Kopitsky singled and came home on Trinidad Hubbard's 7th home run of the year to make it a 6-5 ball game. Stingers got themselves what turned out to be a necessary insurance run in the 6th as Jeff Devannon walked. Zach Sorensen singled, bringing up Casey Kotzman. A pitch to Kotzman. Swung on line. Right field. Kelton kicked it, and it's in for a base hit. Here comes Devannon on third. He will score. The throw to second base, and Kotzman is out. But it's an RBI single for Casey with Sorensen third, and the Stingers now lead it 7-5. 7-5 the score in favor of the Stingers. They would not add another run. The Cubs would get the 1 run in the 9th, again with 2 outs and nobody on. Leon singled, Kelton singled, Kopitsky singled home Leon to make it 7-6. But then Trinidad Hubbard struck out on a 1-2 pitch. And the Stingers had their 4th consecutive win, their second longest winning streak of the season. So they take game one of their series against the Iowa Cubs. We'll come back with our Stingers' most helpful player of tonight's game, as well as preview tomorrow night's Twinville after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Mortgage rates have gone up. Hi, this is Scott Borster with Alsa Mortgage Group. Mortgage rates have increased recently, so at Alsa Mortgage Group, we've created a new program which offers a rock-bottom fixed interest rate for up to 7 years that's flexible enough to allow you to pay a normal payment based on 10, 15, 20, or 30-year mortgage payments. Or just take a breather and just pay the interest rate. You choose. This program sometimes cuts your mortgage payment in half. These rates are so low you'll have to call 628-9400 for a quote. We can also correct inaccurate credit scores that are making you pay higher interest rates on your loans. This problem of inaccurate credit scores is costing consumers millions of dollars per year. Let us help you today. We can help you correct these credit problems. Call 628-9400. That's 628-9400. Or visit us on the web at alsamortgage.com. We are here to help you.
Most days, a great round of golf feels completely out of reach.
Oh, funky dog-loving Dublin anchors.
Nice shank, hook, pull, or just miss.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
No matter your handicap, you have the chance to play the greatest round of your life when you tee it up with the Huntsman Cancer Institute at Thanksgiving Point and Promontory Ranch Club, August 12th and 13th. You can support their work with the most meaningful golf you can play. After the scissor tally, Huntsman Cancer Institute is celebrating this year's donation gifts of companies, individuals, and organizations with a special evening of fun and entertainment at the Celebration of Hope Gala Dinner and Auction at the Salt Lake Marriott Downtown Hotel the evening of August 13th. So join us in celebration of the continuing work in progress at the Huntsman Cancer Institute.
I'll take a 9 on this one.
Please call Huntsman Cancer Institute for more information or log on to huntsmancancer.org. Special thanks to Delta Airlines, Deseret Morning News, and Layton Construction.
Welcome back to Franklin County Field. It's time now for our Stingers' most helpful player of tonight's game, brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware Store. Ace, the helpful play. Obviously, a lot of big offensive numbers tonight, but I'm going to give it to Joel Peralta, who, after Corey Lee struggled through 4 innings, able to protect what for the most part was, while he was up there. Matter of fact, his entire time out there was a 1-run lead, allowing only 2 hits and no runs with 5 strikeouts. So Joel Peralta is our Stingers' most helpful player of today's game. Well, at Twinville, 2 for the price of 1 tomorrow. Come on out. It's a 6 o'clock game time for game 1. And the game 1 matchup will be left-hander John Karanka, 9-8, going for Iowa against right-hander Steve Green. 5-12 for the Stingers. It'll be the Iowa bullpen against right-hander Scott Dunn for the Stingers, who's won 7 and lost 4. And at Twinville tomorrow at 6, we'll be on the air at 5:40 with the On Deck Circle. Our thanks to Adrian Denny here in our studios in Salt Lake City, and our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in 2 hours, 48 minutes, and in front of 9,613, the final score. The Salt Lake Stingers 7 and the Iowa Cubs 6. I'm Steve Klauke saying good night and so long to the ballpark.
Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game for the 10th inning show on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM. KQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. Worldwide, worldwide, a Citadel Broadcasting Station.